You're all going to jail, okay? You're all going to prison. I am the FBI, and I'm sick of the bullying online, okay? Totally FBI. I'm sick and tired of it. I won't put up with it anymore. The bullying has got to stop. I have been undercover. I have been sent on a secret mission, okay? MRA, you too, you're going to jail. You're going to fucking jail. I have been sent on a super secret mission.
Traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 haters, traitors, 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 traitors.
I just knocked my... Why is she so obsessed with me? That's what I want to know. And I feel like that's what everybody wants to know. I legitimately clipped that from 9 minutes of a live stream. Trainer, 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 trainer. I'm sure your husband is tired of hearing trainer, 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 trainer. So why Mama yesterday said, "Sir, just bitch, show me one motherfucking thing. One thing. One thing I could even remotely be jealous of. I'll wait. Still waiting, by the way. Still waiting. So, my psychic prediction, that's right, copy that, is Team Motherfucking Captain. What is up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm telling you, I'm sure her husband legitimately pays me, what do you call that? It's a fancy word for money. Every month. Traders. Now it's traitors. Ma'am, you need a refund on your hearing aids because they got you all fucked up. You are the laughing stock of the world right now. Traitors. Everybody's laughing at you, Nick. You need a refund. Actually, I think you should do a class action. You know, I get that deaf people can't hear themselves talk, and you know, I ain't making fun of them. But I'm making fun of you, Nicolina. Yeah. So, Nicolina. Yeah, clout. That's a fact. Traitors. My name has an S in the end of it, ma'am. Okay? Traitors with an S, not a... I know the struggle bus is real, okay? I watch it every time you go live. And 40 other people do too. Just remember to take one off because I'm always recording your degeneracy, bitch. Now, today we are gathered here because my trash collects itself, okay? I do not have to pay a monthly service They just gather in a nice little area. Okay? You're not building an army, motherfuckers. You have made a landfill, a trash heap that just needs to be virtually lit and burnt to the ground. But I don't have to lift a finger. Yes, hello, Discord party, all 13 of you. We are gathered here today to laugh at you. That was, I know I said that shit with, oh, I made a post. So, dumb shit, Lispelino 777, okay. That's right, copy that, finally made Teen Captain. So Lispelino 777 and her nighttime drinking abilities, who might be a world champion, by the way. If you were the drunkest loser on the internet, there was like an award for that, Nick, you'd win that shit hands down. Aim higher, ma'am. Aim higher. So Ghost did a live the other day. Well, a couple weeks back, she's like, Ghost can't get under or over 400 views. Man, neither can you. But that's actually not true about Ghost. He gets over 400 views. But when you only go live once a week, maybe your views tank. Nicolina goes live essentially every few days, and her views should be higher. But they're not. They're bad. So she screenshots, exactly, Michelle. She screenshots Ghost. I don't know if it was after his live. That was the night. It was Saturday or Friday night because I had a horrible fucking headache. And he was live, and he had a decent turnout in his live. Again, when you only go live once a week, it's hard, right? When you go live regularly, every 2 to 3 days, you should have more people than 41, Nick. So the video clearly says 57 seconds. And it only had 40-something views. So, yeah, pathetic. Pa-fucking-thetic. I don't even know what to say. I do not even know what to say. Other than my trash gathers itself. So, a couple weeks back, I see Ernie show bring Bret from the settlement on panel. Yeah, numbers aren't numbering. Oh, but back to that. Yeah, we definitely got that in a screenshot because it had like 41 views, and she's like, haha, Ghost can get 40 people in his live stream. And that was literally the short, not the live stream. She's so dumb. But when you drink too much, you know, everything has a limit. Find balance in everything, okay? But she knows no limits when it comes to drinking and being a vile, disgusting pig. So, Bret, that's right, Michelle. Bret. He sure is, silly rabbit. He sure the fuck is, and he's gonna get him some, all right? Just like he, well, I don't know. They're gonna be contending. What's up, everybody? We haven't even started yet, Virgo. You know, I blabbed for a little bit before we get into the entree. This is just an appetizer. You know, little chunky girl gotta eat. I hate even bringing this up, but I have to go there. I probably will never be a successful streamer on the interwebs, and I'm okay with that. I tripped and fell on this channel. I tripped and fell on every other channel I have. And I'm not looking for internet stardom. I think you have to be a level of either, it's one of two ways. You can continue doing what I'm doing, which is try my best to stay within some moral boundaries, and I'm totally fine staying there because, some of the stuff that we cover, I don't cover it because it's so nasty and so fucked up that I don't even want it on my fucking channel. And I'm okay with it. What's up, everybody? What's up, Princess? Thanks, Virgo. You're famous to me, too. But then there's some things that we just need to go over. So today is going to be that day where I'm going to do the best I can at being respectful. The topics that we will cover are mean, horrible, and unfortunately, that is Bret from the settlement. His claim to fame was jumping on Granny's watching panel, claiming to be best friends of a mass shooter. Ernie Shell, that mass shooter killed children, right? Protect the children at all costs from fucking Bret. In fact, he abandoned his children just like Ernie Shell. They have so much in common, but Bret is actually worse. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad to claim to be a child rescuer and then to have Bret from the settlement on his panel. It's disgusting. And I have clip after clip after clip after clip today. So we're going to do. That's right. He still does. When I brought it up the other day, he's like, he was a veteran. I don't give a fuck what he was. Yes, he did serve in the National Guard. No, he did not go to war, which doesn't not mean you're a veteran. But the potential that he had injuries from being an explosives instructor does not outweigh him killing all of the people, including the children. Now, deaf people can't hear. I know that's breaking news. But he went into a youth league bowling event full of deaf people and started shooting. That is so fucked up, it's not even funny. Then 4 miles later, shot up a bar and grill. And that's his best friend. Where's the outrage? People with disabilities, right? Children, Ernie. Who the fuck did you let up on your panel yesterday? And I know Katie played it. So we don't need to go there again. No. So let's do a autobiography of sorts. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form condoning Turtle Boy Sports or whatever his name is. I feel that he has a whole host of degeneracy that I'm not even going to touch today. I feel that he hosted a platform for people like Bret Killoran to exist on the internet. I feel that Turtle Boy gave life to Bret Killoran, and for that, I say, fuck you, sir. But we are going to revisit many of Turtle Boy's clips. I am searching every single fucking Turtle Boy live for the gold mine that is Bret Killoran. What's up, Susie? I thought about playing that. You want to play that real quick? He did another. Let me pull that up. Hold on. It's just a few minute video. Oh, I forgot to turn on my closed captioning. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me pull that up real quick. I forgot. Where is Archive Live? Where is Archive Live? Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's only about 4 minutes. Where the fuck? Oops. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So Archive Live streams Ernie, and they don't put a spin on it, they just play it. So let me share this, skip forward, I think it's 110. All right.
When does it stop, people? For the record, I had nothing to do with Summer Wells' disappearance. I have no idea why this keeps getting brought up. I have no idea why people want me dead.
Now, this is absolute bullshit. This cocksucker, every fucking other day, all right, every other fucking day, he says, oh, why are everybody calling the police on me? And then 5 seconds later says, if I'm violating the law, call the cops, stupid. Call the cops. If I'm breaking the law, call the cops. So you're asking for people to call the cops, right? In one hand, he says, I don't dox. I'm a good person. 5 seconds later, he fucking doxes people, right? He doesn't quit. He doesn't quit. In fact, he reminded me, so I put the screenshots on my post. Yup, exactly. I just put out a clip the other day. I'm going to solve the Summer Wells case. Didn't he fucking say that? Liar. While he's saying, I got cancer. I got 4 types of cancer. I'm dying. Before I die, I'm going to solve the Summer Wells case. Ugh. Yup, wash, rinse, and repeat. So, 1 minute, he's like, call the cops, bitch. And then the next minute, he's like, they called the cops. And first of all, you all know when cops actually show up, he live streams that shit. So I don't believe for 1 second. Katie pointed out, many of you pointed out in yesterday's Mother's Day live stream, what did he say? The woman walks in and says something about 5 p.m. I think they kicked his ass out. Imagine. Yes. Prayers for Brad's grandma. Imagine you're couch surfing and you stay live all day, every day, and say the most outlandish, crazy shit. Imagine. I would kick you the fuck out. I would say, sir, while you're on your fucking live stream, not contributing to anything, stinking up the place. Can you imagine how bad it stunk when he's fucking doing his little kicks in the kitchen? Jesus fucking Christ, he stunk up the house. You couldn't even get the fucking osium spray. They're going to have to burn that fucking couch. He wore 5'1", I went back and I looked. 5'1", he was getting kicked out of his sister's. It is the 12th, for fuck's sakes. I think he showed up in that house for about 10 days now. It's been a long fucking 10 days, might I add. But he sits there and he cries, they're calling my probation officer. But then the next live, warrants filed. I got a warrant. Angela's got a warrant. Yeah. And then he blames the trolls. It's the trolls and the haters. Prove it. Because your cop video, when you said Homeland call. Okay, if you all don't know, and I didn't know this, he was going live saying he was going to train security at the Kentucky Derby and a whole host of other inappropriate things that would make a reasonable person say, oh my God, what the fuck, right? If I'm not mistaken, he even got turned away. No shit, facts over feelings. No fucking shit. Exactly, Misty. If I'm not mistaken, he got turned away. The Kentucky National Guard is extra security at the Kentucky Derby. Okay? The Kentucky National Guard. Or the Army, people stationed in Kentucky for the Army National Guard or extra security at the Kentucky Derby. I didn't realize how important it's like the Super Bowl for fucking horses, for fuck's sake. They're not just gonna let Ernie Shell go in there and be like, yeah, I'm Ernie Shell Mall Cop. I'm here to train everybody. Motherfucker. So the FOIA came out, and it was absolutely someone involved. Someone called Kentucky Derby and said, hey, bro, you got this guy, and he's saying all this wild shit. And then Kentucky Derby people called Homeland. So then Homeland called the sheriff. That's not being investigated by Homeland, Ernie. I get that you like to spin that. That's why the cop said, yeah, it is literally the Super Bowl of fucking horses, okay? I didn't put two and two together because he says so much dumb shit, I just ignore it. And it's like, I'm totally apathetic at this point. And it's hard to take him seriously. But it should be taken seriously. But when he says important shit, like, I'm going to go to the Kentucky Derby, I'm going to be security, I'm going to train all the security guards, yeah, that would cause for concern. And I'm glad someone called on his ass for that. And did it the right way. What do you always say, Ernie? If I'm committing a crime, call the motherfucking cop. Hey, guys. What's up, Jesse? What's up, everybody coming in? Yeah. Do something. What if? What if? He's a lot more brave now that he's not on the run from the law. So things do need to be taken seriously. If you don't want law enforcement, Ernie, showing up, stop doing things that you know are wrong and potentially could be illegal. Now, I'm not saying that pretending to be a security guard is illegal. I'm not in any way saying that, so don't fucking twist that, you little retarded fucking people that clip my shit out of proportion. What I'm saying is, when you say you're going to go up in a fucking place and be all the end all be all and whatever the fuck claims you make, maybe you shouldn't pick the fucking Super Bowl to do it in, okay? Maybe you should say, I got a job as a security guard at Walmart. Maybe, all right? But that's what he does. What's up, Lisa? And you're not a piece of dog shit, by the way. Fuck that asshole. But he's fucking crying. 1 second, he's getting warrants on all of us, right? Oh, but that's okay. But when people call and say, hey, he's saying some weirdo shit, we don't know what he's capable of. Period.
I need a break, guys. I just need a break. And in order to get my life together the way I need to do, I need to do that. Man, it can only take too much. Too much. I'm not breaking. I know you can hear the alerts in the Park Bus video. I know. I don't know. I can't take no more law enforcement. I can't take no more he said, she said shit. We got so many FOIAs coming in, it's not even funny, and it's not right. Not right at all.
So
Killing my career.
He's allowed to FOIA. The claim he made that he was going to FOIA Shelby's calls with Lisa K, right? That was good. That's cheered on. That's tolerated. But now that Ernie's being FOIA'd, no, not okay. Make it fucking make sense. If you don't want it done to you, Ernie, stop doing it to others.
They gave me to 9:30 to do this video, and then I'm better off where I'm going. So if anyone needs me for anything,
Ain't nobody need you.
I'm leaving a couple people in charge of the chats and stuff. You guys know how to get hold of those people. Until this is over with and the storm is settled, tonight was bad. It was bad. I can understand, you guys doing shit on YouTube and everything, but when you try to interfere in my personal life and y'all act like y'all really care for me, and then all of a sudden,
mind you, he doxed Anissa just a couple days ago, right? So there was a brief time. Actually, there's been about 3 times. Ernie, the reason my channel exists, because he doxed me, my mom went after us, said we were doing all this weird shit. Then all that settled down, and we were trying to be what? Lead him in the right direction. I want to say it was the beginning of 2023. That was one of the times where I was decent with Ernie, thinking, okay, if we encourage him to stop all this stolen valor shit, stop pretending to be this shit, stop the Summerwell shit, stop the unsick shit, right? Because that's what he did. He came out in January of 23 and said, I'm sick, I'm in the hospital, which we later found out was a total lie, but we didn't know that then. We backed off. He fucked us all over again a few months later. Then the beginning of 2024, same. It would have been the end of 2023, beginning of 24. I backed off of him again, right? And what did he do again? Stolen valor. This when he faked fucking cancer. Me, Anissa, Sapphire, all the Tiger people, many, many other people. We all were supported to him. I think even Blaine Katie was around at that point. We all were like, dude, just stop doing the dumb shit. What did he do? Faked cancer, got arrested. Rest is history. Then when he got out of jail, I left him the fuck alone, right? So that's 3. And what's he do? Yeah, he quit last night again. What's he do last night? I'm sorry. What's he do a couple nights ago? Put out screenshots of money Anissa and me sent him. Now, he reminded me, and I totally fucking forgot about this because he got arrested and I fucking forgot all about. He hit Anissa up out of nowhere and was like, hey, you want to buy a shirt? She messaged me and said, this motherfucker just messaged me and asked if I want to buy a shirt. I said, do it. Let's see if he comes through. It's $60. What does it matter? I will take you to the Attorney General and turn your ass in for scams if you rip me off. But then he got arrested and I fucking forgot all about it. And he's so fucking stupid that he reminds me yesterday that happened. So, yeah, Ernie, refund my money or it's going to the Attorney General because you hit us up out of nowhere. I already put the fucking screenshots out, dummy. That's how you operate. So when people are trying to help you out, and all I was doing was just being encouraging, not like I was helping him. And I was trying to tell him, dude, stop fighting everybody. You're in this horrible energy and you're going to lash out and you're going to get in that paranoia shit. Oh, but would he listen? No. But now he's back to rescuing fucking children. Okay, sure. You couldn't rescue your way out of a wet paper sack, Ernie.
You had me believing that somebody really does truly like me, and then all of a sudden it's back to the same old bullshit. Y'all can play with me all you want to with games and stuff, but when you play with my heart, when y'all play with
So he got the cops called on him. I doubt it. Now someone romance scammed him. Well, Ernie, are you on fucking HIVlonelysingles.com? Okay? No. You're allegedly on these dating sites where you're talking to allegedly half a woman. Your words. You said you had half a girlfriend because she has a dick, but that's fine. It's 2025. But now you're crying about a broken heart. This is fucking ridiculous.
For my heart. That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate for the ones that helped me today earlier to get my recertification so I can get my recertification and get everything going on the right way, but
Sure.
I just need to be. It's just like a lot of.
He already said he was a bounty hunter just 4 days ago. 5 days ago, he was a bounty hunter. Remember that? Mm-hmm. He took credit for an arrest. Oh, okay. Then the next day he said, well, I'm a private eye. Then the next day he said, well, I'm not licensed yet, but I'm gonna be. Fucking trash.
Enforcement officers even told me. They've seen it before. They think that you guys want me to kill myself on live.
And this is ridiculous. So wait a minute. He's got Bret on panel just earlier this day. And Bret saying to Tina Semmerly, oh, you used your child's potential unaliving for views. That's how he busted in, right? But now he's sad fishing over the very same thing? Okay.
Fact. That's what
Maybe you should drink antifreeze like Rap did, Ernie. That would really get you somewhere, right?
they're saying. Lisa K, you're a piece of shit, okay? I want everybody in here to know that. You are a piece of dog shit.
Lisa K does exactly what I do. We destroy your delusional world that you live in because it's fucking fantasy land. And we live in actual reality, okay? So that's why we're public enemy number one. And we will wear that fucking label proudly.
You're not worth nobody's time. I can't wait till Shelby breaks your heart. You're part of the problem. You know, I've got 7 minutes.
You've got 7 minutes. Fact.
7 minutes, right?
You do realize the money he spent on just DoorDash alone in the last 10 days. Every day he has pizza. Every day he's got biscuits and gravy. Every day he's got, that's at least, best guess, $80 a fucking day. $80 a fucking day. We know he's not really spending it on washing clothes because we all watched him wear the same pair of pants 5 fucking days in a row. 5 days.
Okay.
He could have absolutely, at $80 a day, just DoorDash, he could have fucking got him an apartment. That's $800 in 10 fucking days. Because he refuses to go to the store and get him some food. There's a whole kitchen, right? Whole kitchen. Nope, gotta have pizza, gotta have DoorDash.
Hit me up on YouTube, Melinda. I mean, I've only got 7 minutes.
No shit.
I appreciate you guys for helping me with getting my recertification, guys. I love you. I'm gonna get off here, guys. I gotta go. You guys know how to get hold of me. Be safe. And it is at all costs because this is what has to happen.
Now, this is whoever Mike Hunt is. Does anyone watch other channels? I was checking out I think they meant live, where they were conspiring to commit swatting on you, Ernie. Hold on 1 second. Did he just call Mike Melinda?
With getting my recertification, guys. I love you. I'm gonna get off here, guys. I gotta go. You guys know how to get hold of me. Be safe. And it is at all costs because this is what has to happen. Be safe on YouTube, Melinda.
Right here.
Hit me up on YouTube, Melinda.
Hit me up on YouTube, Melinda. So I think that's who Mike Hunt is, for sure.
I mean, I've only got 7 minutes. I appreciate you guys for helping me with getting my recertification, guys. I love you. I'm gonna get off here, guys. I gotta go. You guys know how to get hold of me. Be safe. And it is at all costs, because this is what has to happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, we all know his slogan: protect the children at all costs, right? All costs. Let me just do this really quick. Not that one.
Breakers, anything. You're gonna make me pay for all the grass anymore.
No, you're not doing good.
So what have I done that's wrong? Tina? I get 35 an hour a month. Beating up women and chasing women.
So he brings this fucking dude on panel. Like I said, Katie played this yesterday. This is fucking trash. But how are you going to protect the children at all costs, Ernie, with this fucking guy, right? How?
Well, stay afraid, bitch.
My bad.
To you. She's up
Speak
here
up,
still.
slut.
I mean,
I
she's
know
up
you're not
here, so-
parenting. You don't do that. So you don't get Mother's Day, you piece of shit. So this is just Sunday to you, you cunt. So speak up. Run your mouth now. Or stay afraid, bitch. Look at this, Ernie. You see?
Big, tough guy. Two guys. Fucking with Tina Simmerly, right? Let me go.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
Is that broad still up here?
Yeah, she's up here.
Hey, Tina. Is that her? Not Tina. What's her name?
Peanut.
Yeah. That's just the broad that showed pictures of someone in her family hurting themselves, right? That's the same chick.
Yeah, she's the one that, I don't know. I think she did. I think she did put some stuff up there.
So why is she coming up on your shit trying to fuck up what was a very entertaining and lighthearted show, though?
Well,
So I feel like I've played enough. As you see, Ernie just, sad fishing over what? Ending his life? They want me to end my life. That's what the police said. And then Bret, what did he just say? Except we do have Bret. Absolutely. What did he do? Put a gun in his mouth and dry fired, right? That's Bret. That's fucking Bret. Ernie just heard it out of his own fucking mouth. There's too many ads on this damn thing. Too many ads, Turtle Boy. I called the wellness police. I called Lewiston police for a wellness check on Bret Killoran after saying he put a gun in his mouth and dry fired. See something, say something. The U.S. doesn't have an epidemic of mass shootings because of gun culture alone. Right? It doesn't. Sure doesn't, especially when your best friend is a mass shooter. I'm worried about you. You're such a pathetic little chick, kid. Absolutely fucking pathetic. Okay, coming from the guy that threatens to unalive himself, right? We all seen the picture. He even filtered the picture. I'm just worried you own guns and seem unstable. If I don't report you and you shoot up a parade or blank yourself, then I can get in trouble. I also don't want to see anyone get hurt, so I need an answer or else you're leaving me with no choice. I'm not joking. Fuck your mother, you fake fucking parasite. Look up the law, sweet clit. Reporting fake shit the next day, no less, is a crime. So we all know, unfortunately, he didn't take matters into his own hands. Why? Because he's a bitch. Now, Aiden Kearney is Turtle Boy, as I'm sure you all know. What's up, everybody coming in? We are getting to the main event. We just heard Ernie threaten, I don't know, sad fish, whatever the fuck that was. I don't even have a good word for it. It's his same bullshit he always does. And Bret's same bullshit too. And that's what we're going to cover for the majority of today. How much of a piece of shit Bret is. How many children can he attack? Now, on one hand, we have the predator hunter, Ernie fucking Mac Shell, laying on anyone's couch he can get, right? Trying his best to be a fucking hobosexual because he'll do anything for a free couch, right? And then we've got another hobosexual who will also do anything for a free fucking couch to sleep on. I mean, two peas in a motherfucking hobosexual pod. Now, let's get an autobiography from a man that knows Bret Killoran very well. And I am in no way promoting Turtle Boy. We all know that he has his own host of issues. And he platformed Bret Killoran, right? Had him build a channel where he got 3,600 subscribers and he thought he made it. So let's listen to Bret's autobiography per Turtle Boy, okay? Now, most of y'all will know Bret calls everyone who calls the police a pussy. Most of you all know that Bret lost his shit. That Turtle Boy got a restraining order on Bret Killoran, correct? But then what did he turn around and do? He got a restraining order on fucking Tyrant Bird. So he is a walking clusterfuck of hypocrisy. It's trash.
Why you think you need the protection of a harassment order?
Okay. Over the last month, Bret Killoran has publicly issued a number of threats on YouTube and via text directed at me that I believe are true threats. These threats are willful and malicious, aimed at me and my family, and designed to cause fear in me and my family and intimidate me. I believe he is an imminent threat to follow through on these based on his history of violence and criminal activity. I respectfully request that this court grant a harassment prevention order. Our background: Bret used to work for me as a co-host on my YouTube live show, which I paid him $200 a month for. He frequently talks about shooting guns, knows where I live, has come to Massachusetts in the past to see me, has a serious drinking problem, and previously was charged with armed robbery. Bret's past, despite his past, I wanted to give him a second chance, as he has told me before, that being a guest on my show motivated him to get a job and stop collecting Social Security. On 2 separate occasions, I previously had to suspend him because he threatened fans and once told a person.
Now, what was that? What was that? Bret has named me a paperwork retard, and I've never been on any fucking anything. I've never gotten any benefits my entire life. I would love a crazy check because then I would just harass you motherfuckers 24/7 on the internet. But that's not true for you, Bret. In fact, every time you open your big fat mouth, it's projection. Just like you projected your bullshit onto Tina Simmerly, right? When you dry fire a gun in your mouth on a fucking live stream, yeah, that's sympathy over unaliving yourself. This is fucking, these two, it's the power couple of bullshit.
Person named Thomas Scopa during a show that he was going to dig up his grandmother's corpse and have sex with it. Bret did not respond well to these suspensions, but I gave him a third chance anyway, because I believe in redemption and thought being on the show was a good influence for him. After that, Bret was much more controlled and repeatedly messaged me to thank me, telling him that being on my show has turned his life around. Prior to our relationship, he had led a life of crime and drug addiction. He was charged with armed robbery in Worcester, collected Social Security, and couldn't maintain employment. In his own words, he said, quote, running around and being a criminal piece of shit most of my life. With my permission, Bret started his own YouTube channel in February, and on November 19th...
Sir, hold on one second. I'd like you to focus your testimony on the issues and the threats to you as opposed to his lifelong biography.
This is so fucking funny. I think that was a great biography. I think Turtle Boy nailed it. He's a lifelong loser. But yet he wants to cast judgment and say the most vile and fucking disgusting things all over the internet about everyone and everyone's fucking children. Ernie, I thought you were protecting the children at all costs. Isn't that what your fucking paper says? Isn't that what all your bullshit says? Protect the children. You had to take women out of that slogan, right? Because that's all you do is attack women. So you took women out. Now, with letting this motherfucker up on your panel, you definitely need to take fucking children out too. You want to sit there and say, I'm a pedophile sim? Last night you said Katie's a fucking pedophile sim? Oh, I'm sorry, but this behavior that I'm about to show to you today, Ernie, I know you're watching. This is your boy. This is your fucking boy. And your effort to hate bond against all of us so much. This is who you fucking have on your panel. This is fucking Nicolina's twin right here.
Okay, no problem. So basically, he began to issue a series of threats after November 19th, after him and I parted ways.
November 19th of what year?
This year.
Okay. And what was the initial threat?
Okay, so there have been dozens of them, and I've quoted and I've sent some of them in the evidence. Okay. I'll read one to you. It says, I'm just going to go after every broad this little faggot ever met. What comes next is a direct fucking result of your amateur fucking bitch-made puppies trying to fucking put your nose where it doesn't effing belong. So I'm going to curb stomp you, and then I'm going to take every effing cunt that's ever laid his eyes on and rip their effing hearts out. This is what we do now. You can expect me. Maybe not you, maybe not your aunt, your sister, your niece, someone. Until then, everybody suffers. Can I play one of these audios?
Well, first, so when was that threat?
This threat was on December 13th.
December 13th of 2021.
Correct.
Okay. All right. And that was by audio and you're just reading to me.
Correct.
Okay.
And
all right.
I would like to play one of the audios.
Well, hold on, sir. Yep. When was the November 19th threat and what did that involve?
So the November 19th threat is when we split, and that's when the animosity that
all right, so nothing actually happened on that date. That was just the date that you parted ways.
Correct.
Okay. All right, so the first threat was on December 13th?
No, he's been threatening me. These threats have escalated. The first threat was on November 26th, the threat.
Okay, and what did that comprise?
That comprised of him saying, I have a number of quotes here. He says, I know I don't have a car. I would take a bus. I would hitchhike if I had to, just to kick the dick off your breath, little boy. I'm going to hit you once or kick you once, get you on the ground, and then I'm going to play dentist and take your teeth. I'm going to take your teeth out, and you won't do or say anything about it except that you're sorry. You won't have no teeth. It will feel nice on my nipple. If you come up here, AIDS land. Oh, sorry.
So wait a minute. He's wanting Turtle Boy's mouth on his nipple and something about AIDS land? That's exactly why he's up on fucking Ernie Shell's panel. He wants AIDS on his nipple. Now he lives in Virginia, Tina. Now he lives in Virginia. Yeah, he wants AIDS, broken teeth on his nipple. Now we fucking know why he wants fucking Ernie Shell. Now we fucking know why this cuck bitch is on fucking Ernie Shell's panel. He wants an AIDS, broken tooth having a fucking HIV infested degenerate loser on his motherfucking nipple. This is gross. This is nasty. I didn't even catch that. Ew.
If you come up here, let me get back. I treat it, let's see. I'm going to take your teeth and you won't do or say anything about it. If you come up here, AIDS land, I'm going to take your teeth. I'm going to take them and keep them. He's going to get dental work. I treat his face like Connie treated his grandmother's pussy and punch him into death. This little red dick motherfucker, one time you standing in front of me, dude, I'm going to take your teeth, son. I'm going to fuck you up. You're going to come up to my chest, you little nickel-dicked fucking pussy. You would fucking cry if I raised a hand to you, you little cunt. You can do this act with your little faggot fucking friends, but not with somebody who looked you in the eye. I would break you like a bad habit, you little cunt. I just want to watch you suffer, struggle, and burn.
Okay, sir. So that's November 26th.
That's correct.
So that's your first threat. When's the next one?
The next threats occur on December 13th.
Okay, December 13th. And what was that?
That's what I'm going to read to you right, or I was going to play for you right now. So that was the one I first read to you when he said, so I wasn't responding to him at this point, and it was just making him more upset. And so he decided that he was going to come after family members of mine too, and explicitly threatened to come to my house and sexually assault my wife. This is what he said. I'm just going to go after every broad this little faggot ever met.
Okay, so there was no threat to you. He was threatening people related to you or around you.
Correct.
Okay. And that was the initial one that you read to me.
That was the first one I read to you. Correct.
Okay, so that's 2.
And here's another one.
And what's the date of that one?
That was the one on December 13th.
December 13th was the second one that you just read, that you initially read.
Correct.
And then you went back to November 1st and read the one that was referencing pulling your teeth out.
Yeah, so all those other ones I read to you, those were all made intermittently. He streams about me for hours every night. And so those were all separate instances of threats.
Right, so are there more than to those 2 days where he was streaming about you on November 26th and December 13th?
I could give you probably hundreds of them. I've kind of picked the ones that I thought were most shocking.
All right, so what other one would you like to tell me about?
Could I play this one for you?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to play this one.
And tell me the date of what you're about to play, please.
This is December 13th.
Is that the one you just read me?
No, this is a different one.
But on the same date?
Yes.
Same context? Similar context?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he rambles on about me for hours. So.
All right. Is there any other date besides November 26th and December 13th?
Yeah, one of these is from... One of these is an actual post that he made on... Let me see the exact date. December 1st.
Okay, and what happened on December 1st?
He posted a video and he said, "We out in these streets, bout that beating strikes life N-word. Keep trying, DJ Red Meat." Red Meat is the name that he calls me. He calls me Red Meat, Red Dick, stuff like that. So this is, and then he posted a rap video on there directed at me. And in the rap video, somebody is talking ill of another person online, and the other person tracks them down and murders them in cold blood. It's a pretty graphic video. I don't know if you can see that, but the person is killed execution style.
Okay.
And that's directed directly at me.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, Mr. Kearney, any other...
Could I play this audio?
What is it of?
This is him directing specific sexual threats.
And what date was that?
This was on, let's see, I believe December 13th.
All right, I think you've already entered evidence regarding the December 13th date. Are there any other dates?
If I could just enter this specific quote, because it's the most disturbing one. It says, "Tell your wife to expect me, cocksucker. I want to ask my wife for a hall pass just so I can show her, my wife, what a real fucking man-sized dick feels like. Fucking take a picture of that in his bathroom. Hey, look, I came on your bathroom floor too. But your wife."
Okay, all right, sir. I think I've actually read your submissions beforehand. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Yes. Let's see. So when I asked for his address to serve him with this, I sent him a text and asked for his address. He responded by saying, "If you pull up, I will kick your bitch ass to sleep, junkie. and keep running your cockwasher. That's word for mouth, kid. Yours is coming. He has previously threatened children of another woman named Keith Peter.
All right, sir, I don't want to hear evidence about threats against other people or what he's done.
Okay.
Only about you. Now, what date was that when you requested his address and he responded with a threat?
The date that I applied for the order.
December 16th.
December 16th.
Okay. Now, sir, given the nature of kind of the dialogue that goes back and forth, you know, which I've listened to both of them, do you have an actual fear of imminent physical harm from Mr. Killoran?
Very much so. Due to our previous close relationship, his proximity to firearms, his glorification of gun violence directed towards me, his drinking habits, his knowledge of where I live, his very specific threats to come and find a way to get to my house, his prior threats that he's made towards other people, and his obsession with my family and friends. I absolutely feel that way.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Killoran, do you have any questions for Mr. Kearney? I hear what you have to say. I'm asking you if you have any questions about what he's just told me.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, sir, I'll hear you then in response.
Okay, Your Honor, most of what he said is actually true. I did used to work for him and all this other stuff, but this persona, the way I talk and everything is what he benefited from for like 5 years. And if he's so afraid, he texted me, he can show you on his phone since he's there. On December 16th, he said, anyway, you're talking like a tough guy, but we both know you ain't about that life, son. You're about this life. Licking my balls for years, hilariously reading over these. So that doesn't sound like someone that's afraid to me. But
hold on one second, sir. Is that an accurate recitation of the text you sent him after receiving all of these threatening messages?
I sent him a threat asking, so him and I were going back and...
I'm just asking one question. He just recited to me the text message that you sent to him in response on December 16th, which is after all of the dates where you said that he's threatened you and you were afraid of imminent physical harm. So did you respond to him with what he just read?
By saying what?
Sir, did you submit that as part of your exhibit?
My witness that's there, who he also brought up, Kate Peter, who he's done this exact thing to, she has it physically printed out right in front of you.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Can the court officer take that exhibit, please? Madam Clerk, would you?
That is exactly what I heard, that he lives for licking balls. Yes, that's exactly what I heard. So this is Bret, the internet tough guy. Now, he lost. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Turtle Boy lost. Why did he lose? Because, as he just pointed out in the text message, there was no real threat. Just like Bret will lose, because when you call somebody, say, pull up, bitch, I'll go fight you. I'll go fight you in the street, like Bret did to Tyrant Bird. And Tyrant Bird just trolls you into thinking he's coming. And then you turn bitch. And you file a restraining order. Yeah, that's not going to work. No.
Mark that, please, as Defendant's Exhibit 1. And also, I want to give Mr. Kearney an opportunity to take a look at that. All right, please. All right, Mr. Kearney, I'm going to give you a copy of that so that you can respond. All right, Mr. Killoran, other than that responsive text message that we're making a photocopy of, we'll address that in a second. What else would you like to tell me?
The threats, as he calls them, were in response to, and again, in that evidence that my witness has, those were in response to, during one of my YouTube shows, he kept saying that he was going to come to my house and kick the crap out of me. And so these are in response to, like, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he would say or do something, then I would react. and back and forth, back and forth. He's done this exact thing. One of the videos that I emailed is him on another YouTube channel bragging about how he likes to waste this specific court's time. And he did this exact thing to my witness, who will testify if allowed. He bragged about just filing a motion or a court case to inconvenience her and drag her to court, and then he just canceled it that day, and he laughs.
I gotta remember to unmute. So yeah, he offers Bret has threatened. I think the first threat that I found, I can't even say it's a threat. The first offer that Bret made to 303, hey Truth Seeker, the first offer that he made to 303 and Tyrant Bird was 8/28 of 2024. So yeah, he's invited Tyrant Bird to his house multiple times, probably close to 20 times. He said, come over, put your money where your mouth is, essentially. And now when Tyrant Bird trolled him into believing that he was coming after he shows up at Tonic, which again, Tyrant Bird has showed up to multiple places. No violence has even taken place, right? And he files a restraining order. Now, the Turtle Boy situation, Turtle Boy should have never filed some stupid-ass restraining order. That's so lame. This is abuse of the courts. But it's a good record of how Bret Killoran acts. He went on, he did get pretty scared. He did. Oh, you're very welcome. This is a clusterfuck of fucking man-child syndrome. I am glad to navigate our fucking way through the men-child of fucking YouTube. Anytime.
About it, and he's like, yeah, I just wanted to F with her. And he's doing the same thing to me. He's like a bully on YouTube. All he does is bash everyone. And once he got caught cheating on his wife and leaked masturbation videos to his mistress, and then he got all mad at me for talking about it, and now he wants to silence me with this fake afraid of me stuff. I have no intent of ever seeing this guy again. He comes up to my chest. I'm not going to.
All right, sir. I don't want to hear any kind of derogatory statements.
All right, good.
Mr. Kearney, did the clerk give you a copy of?
It looks like Huckleberry is denying that to be a fact, Pinkbo. So I'm curious to know if that was from Nicolina. And we all know, yep. No, Pinkbo is not. But Pinkbo does take things, and she's very literal. Yeah, she trolls, but she's very literal. So I'm assuming that it came from Liz Belina. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Or something was made, because I don't know. I'm not even sure what that situation is about with Huck, but Pinkbo keeps things pretty well intact. So I'm assuming it came from Nicolina.
Mr. Killoran's exhibit?
Yes, yes.
Okay, can you take a moment to look at that?
Yes. So after our
Hold on a second. I need to get my copy so I can follow along with you. Thank you. All right, so. All right, Ms. Gillen, there seems to be a lot of stuff here. So can you direct me to where you're saying on December 16th or how I'm going
to? They should be dated at the top. Like there's a little blue
some of them
box
are,
that says
some of
the
them not.
date.
November 25th, December 16th.
Yeah, that's the latest one that I got was again on.
Okay, I see where you're saying. Anyway, you're talking like a tough guy, but we both know you ain't about that life, son. You're about to blah, blah, blah. All right, so Mr. Kearney, did you send that text message to him on December 16th?
Yeah, I sent that text message to him.
Okay. And this is after you received all of the threats that you just outlined for me.
The text message I sent to him contained an image of an email that he sent me in which he praised me. He said, I just wanted to tell you thanks again. This is prior to the dissolving of our relationship. I just wanted to tell you thanks again for having me be a small part of your brand. I spent most of my life.
I can read it.
Okay, so you can read that. So it's an email that praises me and says wonderful things about me.
Right, and then you followed it up with what is below, correct?
Yes, and I said, this is the real, that's me telling him, this is the real you, okay? This is the person that you were to me for so long, and now you're this person on here who's threatening to come to my house, get a ride specifically, because he doesn't have a car. He specifically says that he will hitchhike or take a bus to my house in order to hurt me.
I have no real way of proving that, why he's disabled, but if I had to guess, now I'm hitting buttons. If I had to guess, it's because he's a giant fucking pussy. That would be my best guess.
Stomp my face. You've heard all the threats. Come into my house, show my wife what a real man-sized dick feels like.
All right, sir, I've already heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, going on to the next page. So your email, your text messages then go on the 16th beyond that, right?
Yes, Your Honor. To where the last ones on the 16th were, oh, you can read them. I don't have to.
Or what?
Okay. I have a theory. Stick with me. When he sucks his last remaining tooth, that is the persona. That is the settlement. But when he just goes and heavy breathes into the microphone, this is the authentic pussy Bret Killoran.
But he's saying that, bro, I own your brain. That shit's mine for life, fool. This doesn't sound like someone who's afraid. Is my whole point, Your Honor. This is just to make me be quiet. You know,
Mr. Killoran, let me just see where the message that you're referring to, where the last one that says what?
It should be right underneath the you're not about that life, son one. It's just after that.
Yeah, I just don't think mine are necessarily the same.
He calls me irrelevant. It's like, and then admits, I know you don't have a driver's license or a car or teeth. Like, how can you pretend to be afraid of me in one breath and then say this stuff taunting me in the next? To me, it doesn't make sense. And he's done this exact thing to the woman who presented my physical evidence for me, if you want to. Like, okay. She went through this exact thing as a former employee and friend and all of it. This is his pattern. He tries to bully people into submission. And he tries using the courts to do it.
All right. All right, sir. And you said your witness is here. Would you like to call your witness to testify?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Cooney, if you would just step aside, or actually, why don't we bring her up forward?
Pause right here.
All right, please swear in.
Ma'am, do you solemnly swear the testimony provided to the court and the matter now in hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
All right, ma'am, can you please tell me your name?
It's Catherine Peter.
You need to speak a little bit louder and take your mask off. Come.
I can? Okay. It's Catherine Peter.
All right. And
okay, so let's move over to the next video. Let's get a little glimpse. Now, that lady that just talked, that's the math hole lady or whatever. I'm not familiar with her exactly, but I do know she has a channel, and Turtle Boy really fucking says the most awful shit. I mean, fucking awful shit about her and her kids. Now, Bret used to be part of that production, and I'm going to play a sample of Bret making the worst fucking statements about this woman and her child.
Problems. He lives 2.5 hours away in the ghetto of Lewiston, Maine. And he did not say he's gonna smack me. He said he would if I start a fight with him, because he's like got this whole thing like I'm gonna fucking fight him. Like, obviously, Bret, I would fucking destroy you. Everybody knows that. But I'm like, we're gonna fight. Why would I fight you? Like, I fight people I hate. I don't hate Bret. How can I hate Bret? Bret's just a retarded moron that we make fun of around here. Like, that's all Bret is. Like, let's be honest. You guys see the Bret remix video? Let's watch the Bret remix video if you haven't seen it yet. Posted this. This is posted today on YouTube. Let's check this out.
Here we sit.
So what made you decide? Like, I think the big question is like what? Where'd this come from?
I already answered that, and you told me I was full of shit.
But why now? Why not? Like, why not?
Because it has to do with me. And to be honest, I feel a little responsible for the Kate and her kid and you shit. And I kind of miss my fucking weekend. All right. Living your life. Like, our breakup hurt me. Like, I'll admit 1000% that A, I did it wrong.
I hurt him.
And B, that it sucked. I'll admit that.
That's so true. Get him!
I think it cut out. Okay.
No, this eyes.
There we go. I was gonna say I cut the music out of these clips because it was not showing up in my video. But this is Bret going to Turtle Boy saying, "I miss you. I love you. Oh, we had the best time together." Now, I tried to cut out as many lies about this Kate woman that I could because it's just fucked up. It's just fucked up. What's up, Ram? For people to spread these lies, I know for myself, Bret came after me, my family, and said the sickest fucking shit. Now, I know exactly where it came from. Another vile, disgusting bitch who consistently talks about child rape as if it's fucking just as simple as drinking a fucking beer. That's how often child rape comes out of these motherfuckers' mouths, or child abuse, or child whatever. When Bret himself and Ernie Shell are the only two that abandon their fucking children on this fucking little clusterfuck of losers.
Why'd you decide to come on?
Honest?
Yeah.
Kind of miss it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you reacting to something a
Sorry,
scrub
sorry.
like me says?
Great question. I stopped listening. Your streams are way too fucking long. I can't listen.
Dude, they're terrible. They're horrible.
If you're
My
talking about me, I wouldn't know because I can't
suck.
listen to 5 hours.
I got it.
This is great. This was like the greatest thing when he came on here. And like, I'm like, he's just like, I'm horrible. Like, I suck. Who would ever watch me? Who would ever like? He literally came back here.
I do have the screenshots of Bret's daughter. I don't have them queued up. Where she talks in depth about how many times she's been abandoned. Essentially, her entire life was without him. Then, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I don't have him in front of me. The daughter confirms that he came back when she was about 16 and then took the mom with him. And then we all know he's gone again. He also made up the entire, when he would go live and be like, yeah, me and the grandson, we spend all this time together, blah, blah, blah. All of it was manufactured. All of it was just made up, just as when he turned around and said, yep, I got off Social Security disability, just as the time he faked that sheetrock fell and hit him in the head and he's got a brain leak or whatever the fuck is. I mean, this is the motherfucker we're dealing with. And then he jumps on Ernie, and I'm sorry, this pissed me the fuck off. Tina's kid, I'm just happy she's okay. Clearly something terrible happened. Clearly, she survived it. Oh, but you motherfuckers think it's appropriate to just say the grossest fucking shit about it? Okay. Well, payback's a fucking bitch. All right? Payback's a fucking bitch for the both of you.
Groveling, humbling himself, begging to come back on here, like saying that like he misses me. Like, how high was he that he had to do this? Like, these are his real thoughts. Like, for once, Bret's being fucking honest. He went right back an hour later and did the whole fucking red meat thing. But this is real Bret. Like,
I tried.
he's just like so sad by watching this, and clearly,
yeah, I started going through Turtle Boy's live, and I don't want to disrespect the lady, because I don't believe him either. And that's the hard part. But what he says about Bret, I know to be potentially true, because I've seen Bret do the same thing. I've seen Bret lie about me the same way. And what I did was I only took clips of Bret from Turtle Boy. So I'm not relying on his narrative. I'm showing clips, which is what I did. But I'm not going to further the disrespect of this Kate woman. I forget what her channel is, but I think most people know who she is. The internet is not for me. I'm going to be real honest. The lol cow stuff, and it's not for me. I already bit off more than I can chew, just even having this channel, essentially. It's not for me.
he missed it. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going to spill my guts. And unfortunately for him, the internet's forever, and we're never going to stop playing this because it's too fucking good. And,
I understand.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I feel a little responsible for
Hey,
the
Boggle.
Kate and her kid and you shit. And I kind of miss my fucking weekend. All right.
why'd you decide to come on?
Honest?
Yeah.
Mm,
Kind of
makes sense.
Life
These pictures are fucking
That night
hilarious.
was too fucking good. I'm never going to stop. Oh, Bret, thank you, sir. Thank you. Like, you could do the whole thing where you like fucking red meat, but dude, you can't get rid of that audio clip, my dude. It's going to follow you around forever. A lot of audio clips are going to follow you around forever. A lot of them are. You know, you all the apologizing.
And I think I've got 4 different clips that we're getting ready, maybe 5. It's just trash. And again, Bret is lying about this woman, Kate, and saying the sickest fucking shit about her fucking children. What did he do to me? Same fucking shit. What he did to Kaylee, same fucking shit. What he does to every motherfucker he's ever come across. And now that fucking him, Nick, and Ernie show are fucking 3 peas in a fucked up pod. Okay. I hope they all burn in hell.
And all the groveling and all that.
I mean, two aren't there. It's 2 that aren't there.
About a girl about sex,
and one of them buried his digit in his sister. Do you understand that, man? I have no doubt this broad's been fucking sucking dick for a fucking way to go. Like, I don't want that to be the
kid.
truth.
The kid.
Yeah.
The kid. The fucking child. So Ernie Shell had this degenerate prick up on his panel yesterday. 2 men that abandoned their fucking child, right? Ernie Shell, who pretends to rescue children at all costs, right? He lets this motherfucker, what? Come up and terrorize a woman. The way you motherfuckers dig into Tina Simmerly too, and sometimes it's justified. I know she's done some wild shit. Essentially, it's words on the fucking internet, right? But some of you guys goes way deeper than that, and I'm not even condoning or acknowledging, you know. All I can look at is here today. And then, no, I'm not saying Tina's a victim, and she propped Ernie up for a long fucking time until her usefulness was over. And now Bret, who knows none of us, who thinks he knows anything, is fucking laughable in and of itself. Not after yesterday. Protect the children at all costs. Motherfuckers, you both grist off of everything, including child rape and missing children at all costs. I could go back to Bret's lives and get all the shit he said about Ernie show. But why? These two are going to be tied for good. Just like this idiot says, the internet is fucking forever. All of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just never gonna go away, dude. All of the apology tour, all of the groveling, like, Kate, I am so sorry, which is hilarious because you're the guy that never does that. But I made you do that. Like, you don't even realize it. Like, I got you on a leash. You're my bitch. You dance monkey as I tell you to dance, Brett. That's all you are to me. You're a
I literally just said that
fucking
yesterday.
dancing monkey.
Dance, monkey, dance, like this. Now, this is Bret, as you all well know, but these two gentlemen, this man and this man, are two past partners of Tiny T, or as I call her affectionately, Thirsty T. All right? Now, I didn't put her boss in here because they've never, essentially, that I know of, been a thing, although she's lusted after him for many, many years and still in love with him. But she lets this homosexual live in her house, who won't even mow her fucking grass, by the way. I've got that timestamp for sure. Won't even mow her grass. This is Tiny T's past. Good-looking man. Another good-looking man. Both of them were married, FYI. I'm pretty sure. At least that one was. And Tiny T let this one come in because he will never leave. Like this one goes back to his wife, and this one goes back to his wife. But not this one. God, it sucks to suck when you're a fucking loser. Sucks to fucking suck. See, all I have to do is tell the truth on you motherfuckers. While you sit there and lie on me and my entire family, I will virtually burn you down.
Who I get to degrade himself. I forced you because you had no friends and no followers. I made it so that the only place you could go to for refuge and attention is the arms of a woman. Let's not forget what happened in. All right, how's wrong?
Tiny T is known for taking all the loads. Correct. She takes more loads than a truck driver.
Stop it.
And that whole, oh, they're lucky I don't let my daughter say her piece.
Again, before I play these clips, please just know none of this is true. Bret is just a disgusting pig, and this is the things he conjures up in his mind. So please, this Kate lady is innocent of all these claims. And this, again, Turtle Boy platformed this degenerate pig. And this is an example of Bret and his fantasies about children. This shit, I'm sorry, this shit has never come up in my mind out of nowhere. I'm not talking shit to a grown individual, and I'm like, oh, by the way, no. This is some sick fucking weirdo fantasies that he's playing out and projecting all over everyone. I'm sorry, but you should never be allowed around children, period. And you're not, thank goodness.
Stop it.
And that whole, oh, they're lucky I don't let my daughter say her piece on that. I dare you, kid. Listen to me, Kate, you fucking dumb cunt. I dare you. Dare you to let that little fucking psychopath out of her.
I've got the apology in here because it's a perfect example of the disgusting things he just up and made up out of nowhere. They all did. They all engaged in this, and this is okay. No, which is why I'm saying I am in no way condoning Turtle Boy or any of the things he's ever done. The only time I ever heard of Turtle Boy was that audio he put out of the girlfriend, and that hurt to listen to for her. I'm not saying she was perfect, but you don't do that to people. You just don't. And if you know, you know.
Cage.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I dare you.
I did.
I dare you.
Yeah, by the way,
I'll give her the Connie, you little fucking cunt. Keep fucking with me.
What are your thoughts on Bill Cosby?
No, it's just like I said. I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. And there'll be people tomorrow talking about how much of a scumbag I am from liking this. I don't like that her kid's a fucking mess.
No.
But you don't only need to look at Kate. Kate is the root cause of all of this. And someday karma comes for its payment. And she'll get it. And we will sit back and laugh because we still have a great show and you're sucking out of the dick. So fuck you, deadbeat.
Like, do you think she wants attention? Yeah, and meanwhile now he's literally sucking auditor dick because he has to do anything.
I have no doubt this broad's been fucking sucking dick for a fucking way to go. Like I don't want that to be the
kid?
truth.
The kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did I say that?
But I mean, two aren't there. There's two that aren't there.
About a girl about sex.
And one of them buried his digit in his sister. Do you understand that, man?
So that's him making up that this woman, Kate's children, aren't in her custody and that they're engaging in incestual relations, all of which is manufactured.
So he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that I'm.
All right, so fuck it. I apologize.
So here's the worst apology I've ever heard in my life. Because I'm sorry, I put Bret on the fuck you forever list, and I understand why this woman can forgive because it's honestly not worth hanging on to, and I get it. But she does let this degenerate around. Yet he continues to engage in this behavior because he's never held accountable. Most of it is because he's not worth the time. In fact, thanks to me, he's fucking monetized to begin with. And if you think I'm exaggerating, no. I could just go over to my spreadsheet and show that he was about 968 subs till he started fucking with me. And that put him over the edge. Now, he got from 700 to 900. I will give credit to, blame Katie, something like that, 7 something to 9 something. He started this channel in 2018. I think it's just that Kate, she gets information about Turtle Boy or gets his opinion on Turtle Boy actions, but he's a pathological liar, so I do not agree with platforming, you know. I agree with Kate fighting this man. Totally agree with that. You say some fucked up shit about my kids? Yeah. Fuck you forever. Luckily, I don't have any.
I do feel terrible about the things I said about
No,
you and
you
your
don't.
family. No, fuck that. I know you don't care. But just for me, I think. I have to say I'm sorry because if people did that to mine, I would feel a certain kind of way. And so, yeah, the one apology you fucking assholes get.
All right, Pink, settle down. Settle down. Susie made a good point. Okay. Let's no more fighting. No more fighting. I promise. Pink, I do believe Pink Bow was shown what made it look like whatever the claim she made. I do believe that because we have nothing but pathological liars that like to spin narratives on this platform. So I do believe Pink. But maybe Pink and Huckleberry, you guys could eventually figure out what the fuck Pink is even talking about and then correct the situation. But Susie's bringing up that, yeah, let's focus on Bret. So everybody just settle down. It's all good. It's all good.
And it's the worst one that'll make him sting the most. Is Kate Peter, I honestly apologize to you about the things I've said about you.
Thank you, Bret. I
apology.
Actually, probably don't.
Worst fucking apology I've ever heard in my life. worst.
What kind of things are you apologizing for, Brett? Like this?
Oh, indigenous isn't when you put your fingers in a dog's butt?
No.
Oh.
No, that's what Kate's son put in his fucking sister. That's what the fucking
What?
indigenous.
Wow.
All right.
You're
Oh,
done,
my
motherfucker.
goodness.
How about? Oh no, you guys want to keep fucking?
That's not an allegation you get to.
Oops. Or
But
this.
so before that show, it was literally me, Kate, her daughter, and your neighbors, I think.
Yeah.
Where you kept having to tell them to shut the fuck up because they were getting too loud. And this fucking little sociopath daughter of Kate's was telling me.
And I'm not sure how old this child is, but I do know that I cut out a video of the little girl, and she's little. I'm not good with kids' ages, but she's tiny. So we're not talking about a semi-teenager adult, whatever. No, we're talking about like a little one.
To shut my fucking mouth. Like, she had no qualms about telling, hey,
Dang,
listen,
what's the
faggot.
point?
And I was just so shocked at the fact.
Exactly.
That's so your kid, man.
But I want to and the reason I brought that out is he couldn't even chase clout off this Kate lady. And I know she has a big channel. I just don't remember the name to look it up. Because I don't really hashtag a lot of people in my shit because I don't even want no part of none of that. Listen, I'll stay in my own little lane, do my own little thing. I do not want to be in nobody's algorithm. I will potentially put somebody in that it relates to, but that's as far as I'm going with that shit. Now, I'll hashtag Ernie Shell's name in videos about him because the internet is forever. And when you hashtag a creator, then the videos come up. But,
like,
yeah, she is.
So I think he doesn't.
This is fucking up my kid. Da, 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 da.
Oh.
That's when an adult human being logs the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like that's the end of it. No, I'm hurting my fucking mental fucking midget child. I have to fucking stop this. Period. Even a dick like me would stop.
She's never
But
stopped
she
anything
doesn't.
that hurt her kids, though. She's never stopped a single thing that hurt her kids.
Yeah.
And as far as the whole we can't fucking talk about our kids bullshit, I never knew about our kids until she brought them up. And like the video you showed, you know, all that. Oh, why are they talking about me?
he never knew about her kids, but had an armful of lies, right? Ready. Again, proves my point that he just dumped all this nasty incest shit on this poor woman's children. Like,
because you've been a focal point for this bitch's attention-starved fucking empty head, and you brought him into this.
all right, we got one more for this.
All right, I'll be right back. I just gotta get a drink of water.
It's
Hold on.
just with her, it's these little sycophants she has, like the pudgy guy that ran away from my show when you showed up.
Now, this is funny as fuck because he's talking about Andrew Mappa and Corrosive also. There are some lives. I don't know if they fought with Turtle Boy, but they also fought with Bret. And there's a lot of shit that's been talked. I just haven't had time to watch it yet because today's live was about Bret and all his vile behavior.
Put up, you remember that? What's his drama douche or whatever the fuck his name is?
Corrosive.
Yeah.
He called Andrew drama douche.
Yeah, corrosive cunty. Yeah.
Yeah.
All these little fans, like you said, it's the legion of unfuckable losers. That's all.
You heard him. Mr. Hobosexual calling Andrew and Corrosive unfuckable losers. Aren't they both pretty much married? Yeah. Now, Bret was married to Paula too, right?
All it is. You look at everyone in her crew, and they just buy it. They don't give a fuck about the kid getting fucking fiddled on the roof by her brother. They don't care about the abuse, the arrests.
No.
None of it matters.
The
See, this is why I enjoy all this. I love seeing her fucking crumble.
Yes.
Like I cannot.
Okay. All right, we're back.
Nasty. Okay. Now, I've got a couple more clips.
I think.
Before we get into this clip, though, be prepared. Be prepared.
I think. If not, we'll can that idea and we'll talk about fucking Teresa's barbecued babies or.
Now, Teresa, and I'm sorry to repeat this, is she peachy? Exactly, honeybee. No, he's not. Now, I am not condoning. I don't know who Teresa is. I heard something terrible happened, and Tyrant Bird and these guys used her situation against her in the most horrific ways. There's no excuse. I do believe they've apologized. Yes, and there you go. I do believe Tyrant Bird, but that's a fuck you forever list. So I would also accept the apology, but yeah, no, we're not okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there was his children gone after by Teresa, which is why Tyrant Bird clapped back with her children. Okay? Don't engage in that behavior and it won't happen back to you. Essentially. But now that that seal has been broken, people like Bret, who are willing to clout chase off anyone, anything, right? Anytime, any horrific event he could regurgitate, project from his childhood. I don't know where he's getting the shit. Or his sexual perverted fantasies. I don't know. I hope Bret did not have a sister. I pray for that. I truly do. Because I feel like there might be some, where there's smoke, there's fire type shit going on there. But, whatever. Anyways. Yep. Nope. But today, well, ever since the breakup, and here's Bret saying it again, he denies this ever happened. So, one more time.
I think. If not, we'll can that idea and we'll talk about fucking Teresa's barbecued babies or, I don't know, something to get people upset. That's my one goal. Fuck it. Let's talk real talk. I'm better at being a vile piece of shit. It's nothing to brag about. It's just where we are. Right? Facts. 99% of y'all ain't willing to do the horrible shit I'm willing to do.
For what? Why is this even an option? And why is this even platform? I'm not saying anyone go report. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, why is this a fucking picture on your vision board, essentially? I'm willing to do the worst. Why? For what? Make up lies about child rape, incest, child abuse. This man is a pathological fucking liar. Just like Ernie, just like Nicolina. He has found his forever family.
And that's not even a debate. Blinky will co-sign that. Like, oh boy, look here. I literally used to put people's whole families as my cover photo with saying horrible shit on it, knowing that I was about to catch a ban on Facebook and that would sit there for 30 fucking days.
Ooh.
That person, every time they went to go to my page, every time they clicked my comment on Facebook, they'd see their family at Thanksgiving. It's like blood on it and say, fuck these people or whatever. Like, it was terrible. This one bitch had a dude like arms. And,
so right there. Now, when I first heard Bret, he used to say, I don't go real life. I don't go real life. I don't go real life. And here, he's sitting here bragging. That he would dox people's whole families. So, he, again, pathological liar.
Like blood on it and say, fuck these people or whatever. Like, it was terrible. This one bitch had a dude like arms.
Now, Ernie protect the children at all costs from fucking Bret Killoran. Okay? Listen to how he talks. Ernie always talks about, what's that, Roblox or Minecraft? Same. Until I listened. The only reason I even went to Bret's chat is because Nicolina went live and was like, Traitors co-signed what he said about my family. No, I didn't. But if I'm accused of doing something, I'm going to go do it. So I went to his chat. The rest is history. Share, like. I wish I had time to watch every little thing. There's a few people that I will watch no matter what, or at least go back and hit the replay. If I can't, share it out, whatever. We all know I share everything that comes up in my feed. It's not, a condoning. It's not any of that. The only reason Bret was put on my radar is because it was alleged that Nicolina did the SWAT on him, which we just played a clip before the court hearing where Bret threatened to, dig up people's corpses and rape them, right? And that's funny because that was the same thing from the call. But somehow they unpixelated the redaction. That's their word, not mine. And said it was Nicolina, and it was an old number, and Southern Girl confirmed it, Raylan confirmed it, because they knew that's the number they had, which happens to be a child's number, allegedly. Again, wasn't there, don't know, just what I watched on YouTube. I found out when it was being aired on YouTube. Nicolina's denied it. All those I've proven. The caller's alleged name was Jessica. There was another instance where Nicolina, that was her name. I put that out. So a lot of, alleged things, but no proof. Bret, I want to say it was Andrew Go2. I can't remember, so don't hold me to that. Again, this is shit that happened a year ago. They said they undid something with the redaction and somehow magically a number appeared. So I don't know. But now they're all best friends. Oh, okay. Oppositional. But yeah, I know Southern Girl and I know Raylan were also in that chat and spoke up in the chat. The chat is still there. The comments are still there. Even though Southern Girl's channel isn't there, they pinned the comments. And I might have it recorded, actually. But regardless, at the end of the day, multiple. But I get the blame for that. I didn't have nothing to do. I'd never heard of Mob Boss, never heard of GO2. I'd heard of this AC. I heard of Tyrant Bird, never heard of Bret, nothing. All these people were brand new to me. Again, everybody that knows me knows I do not go scrolling on the internet. Right. Yeah, I can't remember who was on the panel. I just remembered boxes were, unpixeled. So anyways, oh, my eye. I need to go get some allergy medicine from the store. Jeez. My eye is itching. At the end of the day, now they're all best friends. Now it never happened. Now it was me or Tyrant Bird or Blame Katie. Same with the CPS rumor. I have that clipped. They started a rumor that Blame Katie called CPS. I mean, the shit they make up is ridiculous. There we go. Oppositional told me behind the scenes what was happening, and I was shocked to find out that was Nick's number. Game Over 2 and Bret were able to use a program to take off the redaction. Perfect. And then Bret never followed through like he said he was going to prosecute because, the mass shooting that changed the course of history and law, all lies, all propaganda, and clout chasing. So, Bret, you are just as big of a fraud as Ernie fucking Schill. When you were going to get warts on Nicolina, I remember that almost exactly.
And some kid was talking shit. And this one bitch had a dude like arms.
All right, Ernie, listen up. This is always what you preach about, Minecraft or whatever the fuck the kids play, and adults saying horrible things to children. This would be an example of Bret in real time. Also, doesn't he say 303 is a child abuser? What the fuck is this?
And some kid was talking shit. And so I laid into the little faggot. And the kid's like 12, and I was calling him a cocksucker. And it's like, you know why you're on Xbox at 1:30 in the fucking morning, you fucking little piece of shit?
Because he's a normal 12-year-old. Why are you on Xbox at 1:30 in the morning or whatever with a 12-year-old? That's the real question.
Because your parents don't love you and fucking all kind of crazy shit. And
one more time. Let's listen to this one more time.
Good morning, you fucking little piece of shit. Because your parents don't love you and fucking.
Because your parents don't love you. Yeah. All right. Moving on. I have a live from Turtle Boys where is it? There we go.
Video.
Now, I don't even know who the fuck Page B is. Exactly, Crispy Treat. Exactly, Narrative. Absolutely Notorious Ash. Blows my fucking mind. Blows my mind. Oh, but this is who Ernie's promoting on the Predator Hunter, right? Ernie, are you paying attention? We got more. Now, I don't know who the fuck Page B is. The only reason I know who Page B is because of what we will play next, which is the restraining order that Page B got for 2 years against Bret Killoran for saying, as we all know, the 12-year-old incident, which we have. Ernie, what the fuck did you let on? Oh, a motherfucker just like you, right? Again, my trash just piles itself neatly in just ready to throw a match at any time. I didn't even have to work that hard. It's all there. All right. So now I was not here for this. This was way before my time on the internet, for fuck's sake. And you sure wouldn't catch me talking like this on the internet. You can call me a prude. You can call me whatever you want. I don't talk like this in real life or on the internet. This is gross. Evil Terry's married. Bret Killoran's married. But I know the reasons I don't fuck with you people. This would be it. But in my opinion, Page B says stuff on the internet that is not my style. She can be whatever she wants to be. She can say whatever she wants to say. When she says no, that means no, Bret. Now, this is just my opinion. I have not been able to further explore this, and I will later. I'm going back through each and every live looking for more clips, and I will put them together and put them out. But I come across this one by total accident, and this is Page B on a panel, and this is Turtle Boy playing Bret's panel, which his channel does not exist anymore. And Page B openly talks about things that of a sexual nature, and that is fine. She's a grown person. I don't know her. I'm not co-signing her. I'm not validating her. But one thing is abundantly clear. Page B said no, Bret. And we're going to play their restraining order hearing. Okay. And I feel that most of you can either, correct me or say, no, but this is very telling. And since I have very limited information, I had no idea that they had a friendship or didn't have a friendship. And then I found them on panel together. So let's watch. This is rough. Again, not my style. I do not care to put this shit on my channel. But unfortunately, to tell this story, we're going to have to show.
I just like, somebody shared this with me, and we're not want to talk about this asshole too much, but this, you got to hear this clip. Talk about rapey. Tell me this is not the rapiest fucking thing you've ever heard. This is like disturbing. So let me share this.
And I'm not trying to be mean. Again, some of you know this community and some of you don't. And so I don't want to blanket and be like, well, this is why they all hang together. Like, no. I came into this community and I don't act like this. So I don't put a blanket statement. But when you see people do a one-off, okay, it's a one-off. It was the moment. Maybe you don't know the reason they acted like that, you know, so I don't try to judge. But when you see repetitive, histrionic behavior, okay, like Bret Killoran, starting with Turtle Boy way back when, being his mouthpiece, being his villain, his persona when he sucks his tooth, that's my theory. What's up, MacD? Exactly, Michelle. My theory is when he sucks his tooth, that's the settlement persona. But when he's heavy breathing, that is Bret Killoran in his bleeding pussy glory. Okay. But here we are. There's a reason I don't go on YouTube late at night. This is definitely one of those reasons. I used to stream overnight until weird shit would happen. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Content real quick. I'm going to change the settings here on audio. Let's see. And it goes out. Okay. Let me play this.
I love you. Oh, yeah? You're going to guide me? Where are you going to guide me? Where you want to go? Guide me.
I show you the light, baby.
Show me. Where are we going?
I show you the light.
Show me. Let's go. Where are we going?
Oh, the light isn't like on the top of this big dick, baby. You're gonna like. I love you, baby. Oh, yeah. Show me the lighter, baby.
And the cat on the right, you'll see the circle pop up on the far right top. That's Evil Terry. And then the top left, it says trash, but that's Bret. And then page B in the middle.
Light that cigarette for me. Come on.
You just want me to suck your dick? I mean, that's pretty lame.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I want to ass fuck you at
not like
least.
You know, it's not like a learn. Right now.
You down for some anal, baby?
No, don't.
Terry's probably just
You
dropping
don't?
acid here. That's all.
No.
You're not down
That
for
sounds
some anal?
Yeah, when you hear what Bret says, it gets really
Exactly.
creepy.
He's 100%.
Come on. You gonna
Brett is.
That's
You
all.
gonna
Jamie Fuck Off definitely is. Where's Jamie Fuck Off? He's a power bottom. I'll blame with normal.
Don't you love ass fucks, bitch?
No, I just answered that question.
You don't
Brett.
want
Were you not listening?
Terry to fuck you in the ass.
Who?
Terry.
Terry? No, I don't want Terry to fuck me in the ass. No.
And by the way, this is the guy who respects women. Talking about, like, listen to what he says to her.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing, baby.
Oh, yeah? What do you
Come on, I love you, baby.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want
Come on, get some sweet love, baby.
Yeah, people actually watch this. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is
All
not
right.
many people, but some.
Hey, you don't want
the
Terry
honest
to
guy
fuck you in the ass?
looks like he is a little bit. She said
Hey.
no.
What? No, I just. Paige, you don't want Terry to fuck you in the ass?
No, Brad. No, I don't. She said
Why don't you?
Like, this
Why
is
not?
I
weird.
don't enjoy that.
You love it.
No, I don't. Do you?
Don't you like when STL fucks you in the ass?
What the?
No, I'm not. I'm just not really into. That's like her business.
Yeah, even the man is like, dude, that's. What are
So you do
doing?
like it when STL does it?
I just
This
said
is fucking
no,
creepy,
Brad.
right?
Oh, so you hate it when Terry does it? Jesus.
Obviously,
All right,
she doesn't like it. She said no. All right, I'm gonna go.
Like, this is
Amanda
like.
is
Okay.
All right.
That-
Okay, you know what? Fine. Let it's not. No, you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm a fucking victim."
Listen,
I'm a fucking victim. And asking me about anal sex.
Brett protects you, and you're here protecting him, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, like so that's I don't know what that was. Then we have this other clip here. Let me share real quick. This one's even worse.
Hey, Paige.
Listen to this.
Hey, Brett.
Hi.
Hi. What's up?
So you say that on vacation you wouldn't want to fuck me?
Listen to this.
That's what I'm saying.
You would so fuck me.
You would so.
Do you want to fuck me?
Me?
Is that why you're always so mean and talk about me all the time? What's up?
No, I wouldn't want to fuck you with soul dick.
Okay, why do you think I want to fuck you?
Because sweet potato doesn't bang you good enough.
Oh, he does a great job. Thank you.
So you're saying sweet potato fucks you good?
Why do you want to talk about my sex life and my vagina all the time?
You asked me.
You asked me first about fucking you. What are you talking about?
Paige.
Brett.
So if I slid it into you, right?
No, you wouldn't. That would be rape.
Wait.
That would be rape.
So if I slid it in, right?
No, thank you.
By the way, he's going full Gianetti here right now. Like this is fucking weird and creepy. Like, Paige, you want to fuck me, right? You want to fuck me in the ass? Like, who talks like this to fucking women?
No, thank you. You get to do that. We have to. We're having a fictitious.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Paige.
Yes.
I sit there and I
And
slide my tongue in you.
What?
Your tongue.
Ew!
I wonder what Hollow is. This is kind of a little bit over the edge for somebody married.
You know, Paige, in Germany, we call you kind of a thankful girl. Because you're that chubby bitch, right? So you're thankful. You're doing it all, Paige. So if I want to fuck your ass, you're down for it. If I want to fuck your tits, you're down for it. You're down for it. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Totally fucking about this.
No. We're not doing this. That is way too. No.
Wait, what?
I'll go, Amanda. That's
You don't have to go.
Wow.
I know, but he's probably, they're gonna.
Is this not the rapiest content you've heard?
She's a sinful bitch.
That was. I thought first, like, man, that was.
I mean, can you? Is that not
it's not.
Deb? Is that not rapey? Am I alone in this world?
No, that's 100% rapey.
Did we lose Deb?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Deb, you there?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, Deb, if you're talking.
Sure, I'm here. I don't know why.
Deb,
you
are you
guys hear
there?
me?
Okay, I can't hear a word
Weird.
you're saying. Hold on.
They can hear me. Yeah, they can hear me. Hold
If
on.
you are talking. Yeah, I don't know if you're there, Deb, but you're
I
not
am.
talking at all.
No.
Okay.
Oh my God, no!
Please,
Don't let him
stupid
on.
Lawless is there. I'm done with him. But here's another clip. Really. So last thing I'm going to talk about. So I went on the other day about the whole Bret suicide thing. I went on this this guy Dramadome. Okay, the audience can hear her. That's fucking weird. Okay. So let me just play this clip then. Let me change my audio settings here. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna need this. Can you hear me, Deb?
I hear
hold
you.
on.
You hear me? Oh my
Can
God,
you?
Lawless.
I can hear you now. Okay, cool.
Good. Yeah, everyone else can hear me the whole time.
Oh, sorry. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's the reason. Tell me that is not like that. Is that not fucking rapey and creepy?
It's wicked rapey, and it's kind of inappropriate, in my opinion, if you're married. That's a little bit
Yeah.
If you want to do something behind the scenes and privately, that's your business. But if I was his wife and I came across that, I'd be fucking bullshit.
Remember, he's no Mr. Like, I can't be a part of Turtle Boy because Jen do so and this and
Oh
that.
my
I
God,
can't.
Lawless, go away. Get
I
the
can't
hit.
I can't be associated with that. You know, I can't be associated with that. So anyway, I'm like, after the whole way that he treated Amanda, not that I give a fuck about Amanda, but just kind of prove that he's an abuser. Like, and you heard that, like he's a sexual fucking deviant when you hear that. And, you know,
Cool.
you're like, I'm not even paying attention, but
He just keeps flipping me off. I don't give a shit.
yeah, like, so you are like this whole thing, you're hearing this guy say all this stuff, and you're like, dude, you're not actually like that. So anyway, the way he treated Amanda was disturbing, and especially the suicide thing. So this guy, his name is Andrew Brame. He goes by Dramadome on YouTube, and I am going to play a clip here. So I went on his thing the other day because I don't know, he invited me on, and it was like retard happy hour over here. Like, you know, some of these people are so fucking stupid. Like Boss Bitch. This is Roshana Buckley. Like, you're a pathetic piece of shit. They were so mad that I did the responsible thing and called the fucking police because Bret said that he was gonna fucking kill himself and then dry fired a gun in his fucking mouth on YouTube. He did that. Like, we all fucking heard it. It's undeniable. He said, I have a fucking gun in my mouth, and he fires it. Okay. And you don't do that unless you fascinate about suicide. Like, you're thinking about it. You just want to know what it feels like. That's why you do something like that.
The reason I'm going to stop it here because I don't want to go too far into that, but I wanted to bring that up because people were mad. Turtle Boy got a wellness check. Whether you agree with that or not, don't care, wasn't there. I think most of this stuff is done for internet clout. But the one thing they were mad at was the police coming. But here Bret is. Yeah, exactly. Here Bret is getting a restraining order today on time referred. Okay, let's move into the page B. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Let's move into the page B. What the fuck Bret did to page B? Ernie Shell, this is your boy. This is your fucking boy. Protect the children. Again, we made Ernie take, it used to say protect women and children. I have the proof of that because we fucking went in on him so hard the way he attacks women. He no longer, he took that shit out of his slogan. I am demanding that your slogan be removed altogether, or, as many wonderful people have said, protect the fucking grift at all costs, you fucking homosexual losers.
Yes, sir. Sorry. How would you like to proceed? Your Honor, we'd like to call Ms. Paige Brooks. All right. Ms. Brooks, can you see and hear us okay in the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you could raise your right hand, please.
Yeah.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I think only one time have I seen a news clip about like maybe one person in the history of ever actually taking their life when they hit live. Maybe 3 people tops in the history of ever. Typically, it's a grift. We've seen multiple people. Bret, General Awareness did it like 7 fucking times. Drank antifreeze 3 times, I'm pretty sure, on a live. And then the railroad tracks, which I have all of that recorded. Fucking trash.
Yes, I do.
And we do have your name for our records, so Student Attorney Rogers, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and question.
Yes, you did.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brooks, can you tell the court where you are based today?
I live and am currently in Charleston, South Carolina.
Thank you. And how do you know the defendant?
We met online. We both have YouTube channels where
we just seen, and honestly, yesterday was the first time I'd ever seen Paige B. I'd heard about her. Again, not saying she's a great person, not saying she's a bad person. Don't know, don't care. Okay, don't even want to know at this point. I've seen enough. The internet is not for me, I don't think. But you see a pattern. Bret went way too fucking far in that clip, and she rejected him. He even said things I don't even want to repeat, nor would I ever want this shit on my channel. But today I'm proving a fucking point. This is Ernie's people. This is Nicolina's people. This is fucking Bret from the settlement. They want to cheer this man on at all costs. Well, this is what you're cheering on, motherfuckers.
We hold panels where people can join and talk. I'm not sure specifically how he found me, or we have
nope,
other sort of mutual YouTube channels that know each other. So somehow we came to know each other just via YouTube initially.
Okay. And roughly how long ago did you become aware of or become acquainted with Mr. Killoran?
I believe it was about 7 or 8 months. I'm not sure the exact date, but a little less than a year.
So in the last 8 months to a year, did Mr. Killoran begin, how did he interact with you on the internet?
We would go on each other's panels and talk to each other that way.
I think he can't hide it anymore, in my opinion. Mama T asked the other day if I had a clip recorded, so I was going back looking for it. And from the very beginning, I have pointed out, Ernie, even though I've given him plenty of chances for redemption, not for me, I don't give a fuck. He does not change my life any, whether he's being the good Ernie or Ernie. Because I feel the good guy is just a persona. I think he is a fucking delusional man-child who didn't get punished enough for being a pathological liar, or he has that bad of a personality disorder. It's not mental illness. I am living fucking proof you can have a mental illness and be just fine if you fucking just man up. Ernie won't. You've seen him call his mother yesterday with the black screen. Okay, if I'm making a phone call and my screen is black, guess what I'm not doing? That's a perfect representation of Ernie's show.
That way, you can also communicate in these YouTube streams via the chat. That's the only way we communicated.
Okay. And did Mr. Killoran talk about you at all in his in any posts that he would make?
Yes, initially it was a pleasant interaction with each other. He's a bit
we all, I don't care who you are, I don't care if you're diagnosed, undiagnosed, we all have traits of many different things. It's who we are inside of us that comes out. Again, we can have a one-off, we can have bad moments, we can have a bad fucking year, okay? This is the best I've ever acted in my whole life, for real. Because I didn't know that I could take everything by the horns and manage. I didn't. But now I do. So there's no excuse for the shit. Do I want to do horrible things back to these people because they deserve it? Yes. But if I become them to defeat them, which is what I did for a long time, I am them. Whether it's for a reason or not, I can't do it.
I don't know how to put it, strange. And I initially had some concerns about the things that he would say and do. People that knew him would say that that's just the way he is. He's harmless. That's just Bret, basically. And even sometimes when I would bring up to him the things that he would say, He would say, oh, well, you know, have you ever heard of this comedian or that comedian? It's just like that.
Weird. When I called him out about his 12-year-old joke, right? When I called Zatucci out for what he said, and I didn't even call him out, I just clipped what he said. Oh, comedians. I'm sorry. Provide me one example of a comedian that says shit like this. I'll wait. I would love to cancel them off the fucking internet for saying nasty fucking shit like you. I'm sure I'm not alone. Show me an example. He named off 5 people, and I looked at these 5 people, and I still to this day have not seen any of the shit he claimed. Ever. Not once, not ever. Now, I could be wrong. They have a career of shit. Provide, Bret, you sit all day and you fantasize about all those little men that you put in your intros. Why don't you take that list of comedians and you put together some examples of the behavior that you're emulating? But then I'll argue it just like this. Bret, those are successful people working, making money. You grift for Chinese food and gummies, and your entire content is about child rape. Okay? So while they're being successful men, whether they say inappropriate things or not, comedians from all time push the boundaries, right? I don't know a comedian that talks about child rape the same way you do every single fucking day, or incest, or whatever. I don't. I've never seen it.
So that's how initially.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now, Ms. Brooks, did the content of what he was saying at any point change?
Yeah. I believe it started to take a downhill turn when I saw one of his live streams one day, and he was talking about my current significant other who resides with me here, and was talking about that the reason my boyfriend must have left his family for me is because I don't know if I'm allowed to say what he actually said or what.
Ms. Brooks, I'm sorry, if you need a moment, feel free to take it, but you are free to repeat what he said.
Here, let me just come over here. This is what he said. We all know this clip very well.
What was so great about Paige's pussy or throat that made you leave 5 kids?
Oh my God.
And he wouldn't answer. What?
Right.
Dude,
And you know?
she either has a sewn together pussy of a fucking 12-year-old that makes that so good. Like it.
Now, if we dissect that statement.
What?
Right.
Dude,
And you know?
she either has a sewn together pussy of a fucking 12-year-old that makes that so good. Like it's so tight that he puts it in there and nuts. You said bird and
I'll leave it there. I will leave it there. I will leave that right fucking there. What do you even say? Let me fix this. Looks like I lost audio. Hold on one second. There we go. Never seen that clip? Yeah. That's Bret. In a nutshell.
That my pussy must be so good that my boyfriend left his 5 kids. It must feel so good, like a 12-year-old. Like the sewn up pussy of a 12-year-old. And that's when I heard that.
I don't blame you at all, Mopar. I don't blame you at all. What this motherfucker has said about me and my family, Kaylee's family, Katie and her family, and it never ends. Ever. And it's not a laughing matter, but Tiny T sitting there saying that she didn't do anything. She wasn't a part of none of that, bitch. Yes, you were. You fucking cheered it on just like all you other stupid ass bitches sitting in that fucking chat. Tiny T, do you want me to go through each and every one of Bret's lives and get every fucking one of your comments? Push me, and I will do it. You're a fucking fraud, bitch. What did I do? What did my dead brother do on the internet? What did Kaylee's dead brother do on the internet, bitch?
I started to mention it to other people, and I made a short video about how disgusting it was.
This is Paige B. She's a person online. That Bret said that disgusting 12-year-old comment, the sewn up vagina comment.
And I believe that that's when the relationship started going downhill from a cordial relationship into a adversarial relationship, I guess. But yeah.
Thank you. Now, Ms. Brooks, after that, did Mr. Killoran at any point post any pictures or information about you?
Yes, multiple times. He somehow obtained a nude photo of me. I don't know how. He used it as a thumbnail for his video. That was on.
So while they're sitting there saying that Tyrant Bird revenge porn AC, this is the motherfucker throwing the biggest fit about it, right? And this is from a court of law, okay? This is public record. Bret Killoran obtained a nude photo of Paige B somehow and used it as a thumbnail on his video.
April. That was on April 10th. And then there's a ton of instances. I don't really know where to go from there, but I have a lot of them documented. He most recently, and the reason that I decided I had to get the court's assistance was because he started putting my address out there, said he was going to blow up my street. He mentioned all my...
This is the motherfucker you moved in your house, Tiny T. I hope when you guys are spending your alone time together that there's no pictures being shared on YouTube. I hope that you never kick him out because this is what you can expect. So
my closest family members by name said that I'm not ready for what I'm going to get. All sorts of really scary things. And then most recently, threatened to grab me by the hair and stick it in me dry.
What was that? He threatened to rape Paige B? Hold on.
Recently, threatened to grab me by the hair and stick it in me dry. And just a bunch of really, really disgusting things. I'd rather not, I have more.
So most of the time, everybody, including myself, says, you know, if you can't handle the scrutiny, log off. And when I'm saying that in reference to You lie, we debunk your lies, okay? If you can't handle us breaking your delusional fantasy world, don't go live and lie, right? To Ernie. No woman deserves to be threatened to rape on this fucking platform. I just played for you a perfect representation of the things Bret would say to her face. Then a few short months later, and she rejected that. Few short months later, behind her back or on live, essentially, I'm going to stick it in you dry. So that, again, there's, an hour. She is granted a 2-year order. And was that not enough to get them to leave her alone? No. He sent all his friends after her, right? In fact, they were going to have I just got off a restraining order party. I have that live recorded. Let's fast forward a couple months. Not that one. Let me cover for this. So 2023, Lewiston, Massachusetts, 40-year-old Robert Card carried out a spree shooting in, Lewiston, Maine, killing 18 people and wounding 13 others. The initial attack occurred at the just-in-time recreational bowling alley during a youth league event. So youth meaning children. And if I'm not mistaken, it was also for deaf people. Then a second shooting at Shemangi's Bar and Grill restaurant. Following these events, Card escaped, prompting a manhunt. 49 hours later, he was found dead in a tractor trailer. He shot himself. Examination. Now, this is the one thing that he has. He was in the National Guard for many years, and he was an explosive instructor, and that could have caused the traumatic brain injury, which ultimately led to him lashing out. Now, there are reports, lots of reports, that the last year or two of his life, he was acting unhinged as fuck, okay? They tried to help him, his close family. But when Bret talks about him, he never mentions that, does he? Bret, and I will show you a few minutes of a couple of videos. The night this went down, what does Bret do? He has to clout chase, calling this man his friend. Even though he doesn't know he has a son, right? I looked it up. I found out he had a son. Bret don't know. Bret don't know anything about this motherfucker. But yet jumped up on Granny's Watching panel. There are videos, which I'm not going to play because this is a very serious thing, where people said, we knew to stay away from him. His whole family was, they were right-wing or, whatever. People like buzzwords. The kid looked a little homosexual, so who knows? If he's liberal, I don't know. I'm not there, I don't know. The one thing I do know is he sure wasn't investigated by the motherfucking FBI, and all of his family members and friends were absolutely investigated and talked to by the FBI, okay? Just to make sure that this was a single person shooting, that there wasn't anyone assisting him or anything like that. All right, let me read this to you. The first shooting occurred October 25th, 2023, just-in-time recreation, a bowling alley, during a youth league event. The shooter, 40-year-old Robert Card, used a Ruger SF-8R semi-automatic rifle, chambered in .308 Winchester, and equipped with an extended magazine, flashlight, and optic. At 6:54 and 20 seconds p.m., Card walked into the building, fired a single shot. The rifle jammed. Card tried manipulating the rifle. Two employees, Jason Walker, Michael DeSlores II, ran up to Card, tried disarming him. However, Card successfully fixed the rifle, loaded a new mag, and then he killed those two. Fired several more shots at other people in the bowling alley. The entire incident started from the moment Card entered the building, fired its first shot, lasted 45 seconds. Police received the first emergency calls 6:56 p.m. Plainclothes officers at a nearby shooting range also heard the gunshots, responded. The earliest officers to arrive at the scene did so within 4 minutes of the 6:56, so by 7 p.m. In total, Card killed 8 people, injured 3 people, fired 18 rounds inside the bowling alley. That was through the first shooting. Shortly after 7:07, a second shooting. So at 7, that's when officers first started arriving. Within 7 minutes, a second shooting was reported at Shemangi's, I'm probably saying that wrong, Bar and Grill restaurant, 4 miles south of the bowling alley. Card entered the building and shot multiple people inside while walking towards the cornhole section. At some point, while Card was reloading his rifle, and this is amazing, by the way, quick thinking that saved a lot of lives. A patron turned off the power of the building. Law enforcement alleged that these actions saved many lives. Card fired more shots, left the building through a side exit. In 78 seconds, he fired 36 times in the area of the business, including outside the building. Officers arrived at the scene 2 minutes later. 10 people were killed in this location, and 10 other people were injured. 3 of the 18 deceased victims died in the hospital. The shooter discharged his .308 rifle at least 54 times. And then the active shooter response began. They released images, and then the news went crazy. All the victims were taken to the hospital, which could be taken. It was terrible. They found his abandoned vehicle 8 miles later at a boat launch. FBI, ATF assisted local authorities, and then they issued an arrest warrant the next day. At that point in time, he was only charged with 8 counts of murder. And it just kind of goes on about their search. Then they found him dead near his former place of employment, a recycling center close to the Androscoggin River in Lisbon. The recycling center had been searched the night before, but his body was found in a box truck on a part of the land that had not been searched previously. The manner of death was unaliving himself. Cause of death was a gunshot wound to the head fired from his handgun. The medical examiner's autopsy revealed he had likely died 8 to 12 hours before being found. So yeah, a total of 18 people were killed, 13 others injured. 7 were killed at the Just-in-Time Recreation. 8 were killed at Shemangi's. 3 died in the hospital. 4 of those killed at Shemangi's were deaf and had been participating in a cornhole. Okay, I'm sorry, I have the death thing backwards. So the death event was at Shemangi's. Cornhole tournament for the deaf community. And I'm sorry, that is fucked up. And here's the victims' ages. Ranging in age from 14, which is a child, Ernie. Ernie Shell, 14 years old is a child, right? To 76. The dead were all identified on October 27th. So, what does Bret need to do? He needs to do a live, which he deleted, and jump on Granny watching fucking panel. So right here is this panel from 10:20
to 1 night. Earlier, people just fleeing the scene. We see these images over and over again. We say repeatedly, hasn't happened.
As they're watching the manhunt, waiting for information.
We're still gathering more details tonight, but what we have heard from the sheriff's office there is they released this image of a suspect.
I put it in the wrong spot here. Bret, who jumps on Ernie. I know I played that earlier at the beginning of this live, and says, isn't Tina Simmerly the one who clout chased off her kids, you know, unaliving attempt? Well, isn't Bret the one who clout chased off a mass shooter? Right? Yeah. That's you, Bret. Here he is, right here. He comes up in the chat and says, oh, I used to work with this man.
Beginning of the end times, I'm hearing this. 6 days, like 1,000 years, and we were close to 60,000. I am hearing this.
Yo.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So you actually know him?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think? What's going on?
All right. So, if you'll give me a second.
Of course.
I'm not gonna trash the guy.
Please don't. I feel bad for him.
I don't know what. I feel like such a cunt talking like this.
You should.
I don't know what brought him to this.
You fucking should.
But I do know he was a solid guy beforehand.
If you were actually his friend, you would have known for the last year of his life, he was fucking unhinged. Okay? But you didn't know him. I wish I had a timestamp. I have a timestamp somewhere where he fucking flat out fucking says, well, I don't know he has a kid. I don't really know if he had a kid. What? Okay, if this is your friend, if you work together, fish together, right, like you claim, you'd at least know if he had a kid, right?
Like, I don't want to come off as a guy defending.
You are.
This is probably a horrible idea.
No, listen, I get it. I said the same thing as you earlier. I said, I know this is going to sound weird, but I'm empathetic towards this guy. And I get it. What he did was gross, but what the fuck would...
His channel is called The Settlement, and he spends all of his days taking, like, mean guys from, like, movies. What's that shit with the zombies? I don't watch TV, so I don't know. And then he emulates their behavior. It's fucking weird. What other man lusts after another man? Oh, I think we all know the answer to that one.
Would make somebody do that? Somebody with his history, too. Something happened. Was he failed? He didn't get the help he needed after serving our country? We failed this guy.
My opinion is that 100%. That
that's it.
We created something, and then we didn't take care of it afterwards.
Yep.
And this is gonna come off horribly or whatever. The Rob I knew was a great guy, like shirt off your back type nigga, you know.
And his family did say this. He was a very nice person up until, you know, he was.
Remember, when I was going through something with my daughter, I pitched about it at work, and like 2 days later, it's like, "Hey, everything all right?" You know.
Again, Bret don't give a fuck about nobody or nothing. The daughter he abandoned, might I add. But this man, again, everybody in his family, everybody said he was there one day and then the next day he was gone. So they've likened that it was absolutely traumatic brain injury from percussive blast because he was an explosive instructor. There's so much deep dive on him, of course, FBI reports, Army reports, and it said like he was at a work function. Essentially, they were at some convention and he got kicked out. I mean, it was bad. So if you spent any time with him recently, like you claim, you would have known. Because everybody that knew him said he was amazing. And then one day he was gone. He even scared his son. He scared his ex-wife. He scared his brothers. You name it.
So
I'm sorry.
He even cared about, he was able to feel your vibes. Like he cared enough to ask if you're okay. He's not some cold-hearted killer.
Dude, something happened. I don't know what it is, but something happened.
There's rumors that like his ex-wife, I guess, or girlfriend is dating some other instructor.
That cunt.
Oh, so she, okay. And then there's you know,
he knows to call her a cunt, right? And from what I've been able to read, they had a decent co-parenting relationship and there wasn't animosity. And that came from, many sources. So it's funny that he just assumes that they had it like that. Because everything I've read says the opposite.
Yeah, he was in the psych ward over the summer.
Yeah, well,
so he tried to get
again.
him.
I'm not gonna speak on anything that could make him look bad.
Right.
I know that this.
It is.
I know this is a horrible thing. I just keep thinking about the guy that I fished with. I'm sorry, pal.
I
didn't mean to fuck up your show.
No, I appreciate it because this type of stuff, and it felt weird because I'm like, people aren't going to like what I have to say, but I feel bad for this guy. How can you not?
Something happened. This ain't him. And of course I'm biased. Of course, I get it. But this ain't him.
Something happened a year ago before this event, but you couldn't be bothered, Bret, because you don't give a fuck about anybody or anything except terrorizing 12-year-olds on Xbox at 1:30 in the morning. What? All right, let's wrap up with that. He continues so many fucking things. I did cover this before. I think I watched the entire thing. I don't want to sit through it again. It's disrespectful to the victims at this point, and I can't. So this is the next, this is that night, next night. Anyways, this is one of his deleted lives because that wasn't enough.
I think this is how this serious shit starts, like the Civil War type shit.
Probably. Yep.
And
bye, people.
Trying to control myself, right, to where the people that don't like me don't get those crying things,
Yep.
But this isn't. It's indicative of what's going on in our country, man.
And one last thing, he has no issue calling the ex-wife a cunt, right? Again, all the statements that have been put out, they used to get along just fine. But Bret is such a piece of fucking shit when it comes to any woman. I don't know what his malfunction with women is, but it comes out in everything he says and does. And it's pathetic. But that cunt, as you called her, had to look at her son, whose father just went on a shooting rampage, and pick up the fucking pieces. He abandoned their son just like you did, minus killing a lot of people, right? Same piece of shit. Now, they're giving him a reason, saying, well, he had a traumatic brain injury, which this doesn't make sense to me. I'm just saying what the Wikipedia page says and other reports have said. I'm sorry, but I've met people in life, real life, with traumatic brain injuries, and to be able to carry out this calculated murderous rampage, what? And then go kill themselves like a bitch? Not be a man and stand up for what the fuck they just did? Yeah, no. That doesn't make sense to me. The fact that you could carry out 2 systematic shootings, fight off the man, right? Fight off 2 men, unjam your rifle, reload a new magazine with a traumatic brain injury that was so bad it made you fucking fat? No. Sorry. Like I said, I'm just reporting what I've been able to uncover or read about or put together. But no, absolutely not. And when I bring up this motherfucker, Bret will say I'm disrespecting veterans. Bret, sorry, no. I'm sure anyone that's a veteran would not go do this. When you sign an oath, take the oath, I'm sorry, not sign oath. I guess technically you do sign enlistment papers, but when you take the oath to defend the Constitution and all the people in America, yeah, you don't go on a rampage. Pretty sure. In my opinion, he should have been dishonorably discharged, but at least hopefully his son will go on and be able to do better things in his life. But he's going to live with that stigma the rest of his life that his dad is a mass shooter. While you call the baby's mother a cunt. You're a fucking piece of work. While you're clout chasing off this man who is dead at this point, essentially.
To where people think that the only recourse is violence.
That too.
You know.
Oh, by the way, Ernie Shell is stolen valor. I call him Mr. Stolen Valor. That's just my opinion. But he is absolutely stolen valor. That's not an opinion. So shove it up your ass. I'm disrespecting veterans while you, thank you for reminding me, Michelle, while you sit on Ernie Shell's panel.
And I wish I could tell y'all that that I don't agree and blah blah blah, but I can't. Like, I get the whole being pushed too far thing, you know. All I would say is just don't.
You just heard the tooth suck. I'm telling you, my theory. I might go check my recordings. I really might. When he's sucking the one tooth he's got, that's when the settlement persona comes out. But when he's doing the weird heavy breathing, fawning over page B, that's the real Bret Killoran. Insecure, self-conscious, waste of space.
Believe the media, I guess. See, Chicky, like, mental health is very important. Like,
mental
I agree
health.
1000% with that.
A TBI is not mental health. Okay. I don't know nobody with no PTSD that can go carry out a systematic mass shooting. I don't know. And anybody can say I'm wrong about that. That's fine. But yeah, no.
But that's not this.
The psychosis that it would take for you to snap. I can see one. It's very rare for people to have some type of psychosis and then do violent things. That's actually rare. And we're talking about mental illness. Okay. I don't know what the fuck this other shit is. I don't know. But stop with the mental illness. Bret's claim to fame is that he's got mental illness, which is why he can't work. Okay, I have mental illness. It doesn't mean you can't work. It means you need to man up, unlearn all the fucking behavior. Your mental illness is never gonna go away. So you might as well learn to live with it and let it become a fucking superpower for you. This is being a fucking man-child. This is not mental illness.
You know. I'm not gonna say if I do or don't know that guy, Rob.
No, you're not.
I know as someone that suffers from mental illness that sometimes shit isn't what you think it is, you know? And I know a lot of you deal with every day symptoms of mental illness, you know? So I'm not gonna sit here and try to justify or like, do you know what I'm saying? I know I'm
Hold
doing this
on.
100%.
No. If you're a germaphobe, you do not let empty soda cans or bottles fill up for 2 weeks and leave them to be found by your wife, the only one that works in your residence. No way. No way is he a germaphobe. And with his rotting teeth, no way. He would have ended his life. Nope.
Wrong. And then it's going to come off as I support this type of behavior, right? I don't. But I do understand it. Like, I do see that mindset. To where it just went on long enough, you know? I understand that a lot of you won't get it, right?
I don't, none of you in Bret's chat will understand mental illness. I feel like that's a prerequisite for being in Bret's chat. Oh my God.
And I really hope none of you ever go through this. But in my own life,
Clout chase off a mass shooter and then pretend that somehow you are going through something? No. Yeah, I really hope nobody else does this either, but not for the same reasons we're explaining.
I've experienced.
I'm telling you, crybaby. Yes, exactly, Michelle. No.
I've experienced
No, I believe you. I don't believe him.
that were hopeless, son.
Yo. I cannot wait. And again, I have no direct knowledge of Tyrant Bird's court, but I cannot wait for that emotional train wreck to happen because Bret and Thirsty T are the biggest pussies on the internet, and I'm here for it. And everyone that had a problem with anybody getting a restraining order on Mr. Bret, I want that same outrage. And I'm finding it. I'm fucking finding it. So you better beat me to it. If I put it out, it's going to look bad for y'all. Okay?
I really don't want any of you. Well, some of you I do. But most of you, I don't want any of you to ever feel that way. that sense of hopelessness.
He's selflessly crying because his best friend killed like 30 people. And he hopes none of us ever suffer the way he does. Because he's suffering. He is suffering people. I feel like I'm watching a Lifetime movie right now. Truly.
And I
Hallmark
think
even.
that's what Rob felt today.
Again, he didn't know the guy, Robert Card, had a kid. But now it's Rob. And now they're best buddies, right?
It's a sense of hopelessness, man. I'm not condoning what he did, I'm not saying that he had a reason or blah, 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 right? All I'm saying is that my fucking friend things went so bad for him, right?
Okay, and we got Katie going live, and it says 37 minutes. So there's her link in the chat. We'll keep going. I probably won't last the whole 37 minutes. I only have one more clip to show, but I can go ahead and play the rest of this video. So we might make it. We might. Whew, this is a long live. Sitting through this, it's fucking ridiculous. I think I have 3 lives, maybe 4 about Bret, and then some clips. Yeah, I really enjoyed putting all the screenshots of Amanda's and Bret's relationship. I even found a clip, so I might do just another video about, just a little video about, because I never did find the lives. I just have little clips here and there about Bret lying about his relationship with Amanda. Wow. But then I come across Turtle Boy's live, and I'm going back because there's gold here in just the few short lives that are there. But I just skim it. Thank goodness he timestamps his shit. Otherwise, there's no way. There's too many lives. But because I'm going back like years at this point. I've been through like 30 lives. No, maybe more than that. Maybe 40. Yeah. And I haven't even got once. I know when I get to him and Bret together, then I know I've got there. So I probably have like a lot of lives left to skim through, and it's so worth it because I found gold today. But I found a spot where Turtle Boy's absolutely talking about Amanda and the lies that Bret would tell. So that's kind of the stuff I'm still looking for because there's so much. This guy is a fucking degenerate. Ernie Shell, you are the same. You just don't have all these clips like Bret does.
That he thought this was the only path, you know? Dude, I don't know how many times I sat in the break room with him. We went fishing 3 times total. 3.
3. So that just proves it. Whoever said 1 in the chat, you were 2 off. 3 times he fished with this guy. Like I said, go look it up. Go look at Robert Card and the interviews that are put out with his family members. It's been a year. The last year of this man's life, everybody knew he lost his shit. Except Bret. Yes, Ghost is live tonight too. Yep.
I know what everyone else is gonna do, right? I knew before I made this stream that people are gonna make fun of me, blah blah blah. That's not the point, man.
We're not making fun of you because you're emotional. We're making fun of you because you're creating this friendship that you didn't have. You did not know he had a fucking child. That negates the fact. And then you back it up with, well, we went fishing 3 times. Okay.
I've literally never been this confused. I've never been like known someone type shit, right?
Thank you. I can assure you, if I knew a mass shooter, nope. Now, if I was like the cool person in the story that disarmed the mass shooter, oh fuck yeah, I'm going live, right? Other than that, I'd be like, oh, no. Oh, it's close to me. Yeah, I don't know. Nope, didn't know him.
He just wasn't that nigga. He just wasn't that guy. And I'll tell you what, they ain't gonna take him alive. I'll bet you that right now. I'll bet you $20. Anyone in the comments, I bet they don't take him alive.
He killed himself, unlike the fake putting a gun in your mouth situation that you did on a live or whatever you did. Took a picture of it, whatever the fuck you did, you memorialized it in some way and put it online. Remember that? That was you.
Because some of us have convictions.
They will never take Robert Card alive because some of us have conviction. Is having conviction faking that you're going to off yourself on a live? Because then that means you and Ernie shall have conviction and general awareness.
Some of us have hills we're willing to die upon. Right.
Just not at your own hands because you're a pussy, right, Bret?
And again, man, I'm not the events in my town tonight are deplorable, right? I really hope y'all don't ever have to go through this. I honestly don't.
As he sat in the house while Paula protecting him, right? Paula came in, brought him the gun, said, oh, your friend's on the loose, right? This is the story he told on Granny's watching panel. His wife came in and gave him a gun. Did he go in there with her to protect her? No. He was too busy cussing out 12-year-olds in Minecraft or whatever. And then he said, oh, wait, I can get some candy bars and Chinese food off this. And hit go live. I forgot.
And to be honest, living up here in Maine, I never thought I'd have to go through this again.
Don't like most serial killers live in cold climates, right? Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I remember when I got called for the DeRosa trial, when he fucking lit that bitch on fire and stuffed it down the hole at Union Station, right? So here's the best part, right? I know a lot of you are gonna fucking run with this. I'm all right with it. From today and until it ends, Rob was that was my friend.
I bet.
And I really don't think y'all are gonna get him alive. He's gonna make you kill him. Because that's his thing, you know. Real big on the MAGA shit, a little weird with broads.
He said Robert was a little weird with women. We literally just heard what he said to Paige B. So if he's saying that a man is a little weird, he's either really fucking weird, which that was never published, or he was just normal because you're fucking weird with broads. Okay.
I have no idea what made him do this.
Fuck, you told Turtle Boy that you wanted him to caress your nipple. Like what?
But I swear to God, if y'all try to eat on this, I'm going to eat.
That's all it is about with him. Views, donos, whatever, members, whatever. That's all he thinks about. And his claim to fame is 1 month he made $600 on YouTube. And I want to say he made $200 or $400 with fucking Turtle Boy or something. A month. A fucking month. You would not get one nasty clip out of me for $600, period. And he does this over and over and over again.
Back. All right. Aiden, all of y'all, man, just let it go. This is the one time I'll ask you.
You don't dictate.
Please just let it go.
Just like you don't pay any bills in Thirsty T's house, you didn't pay any bills in Paula's house. You don't dictate shit on here, bitch.
Or this is going to accelerate.
Or what?
To the point where I don't want it to. You guys really have to.
Good.
You really have to understand.
Fuck this guy. Exactly.
Do not push this.
Do not. Don't. Give a shot.
Or you.
Now, I doubt Page B pushed this, right? I doubt that. But he still threatened to rape her, didn't he? So clearly you don't need to be pushed. All right. So I covered this. This is actually my live. It was titled, "So because the settlement did not raise his children, he's mean to people online." Okay. So we're going to play this for a couple minutes. Now, he lied all over the internet about Amanda and the nature of their relationship. We now know the intimate details of that relationship. Amanda was not catfishing him, but he was the most clingy, emotionally manipulative, married individual who absolutely left plenty of voice clips and voicemails or whatever for our listening and viewing pleasure. Amanda sat on these for a very long time and was the target of horrible attacks on her children, and we've all seen it. Come to find out, Bret is a pathological liar. None of that was true. Oh my God, we're so shocked, right? She jumps on Blame Katie's panel and let it out slowly. 2 amazing lives. Best lives. Yeah, definitely the best lives about Bret Killoran. Okay. It really showed exactly what a fucking bleeding cunt he truly, truly is. But there's a perfect part in this that I'm going to play, and that's where we'll end it. And he's going to say something about, I don't call the cops. He legitimately lies about everything.
All those audios and videos, dummy.
Yeah. I also
like other people are going to have you charged with crimes over there. Not me. You know better. Wait, Amanda,
yeah,
real talk. No, Amanda. Amanda, you know better than anyone that ain't me. That I would never call the cops. Yes or no?
Yes. You wouldn't.
All right, at least you said
I
that.
can agree on that. Like, that's a pussy.
We now know today that is a flat out lie. Again, just like everything else he says and does. It's a lie. It's a man he wants to be but will never become. He doesn't even hold a candle to the man he spends recording and putting in his little fucking gay ass intros because they're not real. Bret is as close to those men from his fucking intros as Ernie is to military, as Ernie is to law enforcement. Same motherfucking bitch. Will never be anything. Will always claim to be all the things, and at the end of the day, they're degenerate fucking predators who take stupid old biddies' monies on the fucking interwebs. And I feel like that is the perfect place. I'm sorry about that, honeybee. Always good to see you, Tracy. They belong together forever, as Mr. Nobody famously coined Bert and Ernie. Recoined, I guess. You can't coin it. All right, y'all. I'm wrapping up. Katie will be live next, and then Ghost will be going live later. Something about a glory hole? I don't know. Protect William's glory hole at all costs, people. Bye.